Jerk! Let's go! Cam's a shit kicker, 2 bombs in the lead. Soul Dragon Cougar's no time for fatigue. And he's a shit talker, stirring up the show. Never played a shift, but he's ready to go.
The Cam and Strick Podcast is brought to you by Stifel, one of America's fastest growing wealth management and investment banking firms. Rooted in St. Louis, where success meets success. Welcome into the Cam and Strick Podcast, presented by Stifel, episode number 400, baby.
Yoink, let's go. Let's go, baby. Hell yeah. 400, Andy. We should be proud of ourselves, man. Seriously. That's a lot. We've done a good job. We've never missed a week.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I'm in Florida. Andy, you have to wait on Andy, of course. You know, everybody's at the beach right now. They all left. They're having a good time. The sun's finally out. Andy's got a fucking shit to do. Then I'm like, hey, come in at 11. He's like, well, got to get gas. Now I got to get a haircut. Now I got to go to the get. Come on. Think about me for once. Son of a bitch. Everybody's at the gosh dang beach right now, and I'm sitting in a fucking room talking to you. And Andy goes, let's just get right into hockey. But if Andy was on vacation, he'd talk about that for 45 goddamn minutes.
You sound like
Son
shit.
of a bitch.
If the roles are reversed, dude, this is how it works around here for all y'all. So just so you know, especially all the shit kickers up in Saskatchewan, baby, we don't forget about you.
What up?
If I sounded the way Cam sounded right now, I'd never hear the end of it.
Is it that bad?
It's for up to your standards, it's not good.
Well, I have high standards.
Yeah.
I don't think dude, this house is it's so big. There's so many different rooms. Some rooms, the internet works better than the others. I switched around 50 fucking times to get a better service. I've been working my ass off to get this thing set up for the past hour.
Well, I appreciate that.
Like my wife does.
I just sent you a text and said I was down at the Enterprise Center today. First time been down there in a couple months, but it was nice to be down there. Doug Armstrong was down there, Alexander Steen. They're all getting set up for the draft. Yeah. I'll be in Buffalo later on this week, reporting live for the Cam and Strick Podcast, and obviously the St. Louis Blues. You can check out all the interviews and stuff on the Blues social media channels. Big news yesterday, lots of things happening. But before we get into it, how is the trip, Cam? Because I've seen some Instagram videos. The first day, you've been very quiet on Instagram. I've been checking out your stories to see if there's anything new, and I haven't seen much.
I don't like to do too many stories like you. Like, I don't go on vacation just to post, shit on Instagram to show people I'm different places. The reason why I posted my post on Instagram is because I ate 30 oysters, Andy. And you know what happens when I do that?
Oh, is Kate okay?
Daddy gets his groove on.
How's Kate?
Kate, poor girl. That poor woman. God, I was crushing the oysters like a son of a bitch.
Remind people what happens. Right now,
if you eat that many oysters, you legitimately get horny like that. It's unbelievable. So we're having a good time, man. It's a lot of chill with her family, going to the beach. We got a golf cart. Cruising around this little town of 30A. It's nice, man. We're having a good time. Do I want to be at the beach right now? Yeah, gosh dang right I do. But we got work to do, Andy. We got work to do. Hopefully I sound okay. I apologize to everybody. I also want to say this. Happy Father's Day to Andy.
Thank you.
And to everybody out there. Hopefully you guys had a lovely Father's Day. I'm going to celebrate with my daddy this coming up weekend. But I just want to say happy Father's Day to all you guys, including you, Andy.
Hey, appreciate that.
Happy Mother's Day, too. I'm just going to throw that in there just for shits and giggles.
So I thought it was nice of Cam yesterday. He sent me a text, and I'm sitting on my porch. I'm having my coffee, and he said, Happy Father's Day. And I'm like, oh, that was nice. Because, Cam's not always nice, as people know. And then he sends a follow-up text, and Mother's Day.
Son of a bitch.
Hey,
you laugh at that.
Do you have a pool at the house?
Yeah.
Do you prefer the pool or the beach?
It depends, man. The beach was chaotic yesterday. So you really have to find a spot early because all these different zones, if you have a hotel or, an apartment here, you have your own private beach. If there's a house that you own, you have that private beach. People aren't even allowed to walk across the beach unless their feet are in the water. So there's really designated areas that the public could only go to. So it's kind of a hassle on a Sunday with Father's Day. So it was tough to enjoy it as much, but today's going to be nobody out there. So we're going to go cruise if I ever get off this with you. But yeah, no, it's nice. You know what happens, Andy? I'm such a weirdo. I miss my puppies right when I fucking leave.
Oh,
like I dream about my puppies. It's so weird. I don't know if anybody else does that. I used to do that with my kitty cat Boo Boo, and I just kind of miss them a lot. Having a lovely time. Everything's nice, but I think of the doggies a lot, and I don't know. It just makes you sad a little bit, but I'll be seeing them in a couple days. But I'm like a child when it comes to that, dude. I always get homesick and stuff like that, even if you're having a good time.
I know.
You know?
I know. So I've been thinking of you staying with the in-laws and all the family and everything. Hopefully everything's going great, you know? Sounds like it is.
It is. It is. They're easy to deal with. They take care of me. I cooked 6 fucking ribeyes at once on the not the gas grill, and I almost burned the house down, Andy.
Why?
These steaks were expensive. My aunt, Kate's auntie, bought them for everybody, so I didn't want to fuck them up. I was actually very nervous, and I made a fucking forest fire on our back deck and almost burned the whole neighborhood down. But I took those fucking things off quick, burned them so fast, and they were actually perfect in the middle. But I was scared for a little bit there. That was like $200 worth of meat at least.
So you're telling me that the fire, it started a fire outside of the grill?
No. The fire was in the grill. When you put that much steak on and all that grease hits that big flame, when you turn all the flame up, it fucking causes chaos.
I know.
The whole thing was burning, and everybody's like going, "Oh God!" And I flipped them perfectly, and I got them off in time, so they had a good crisp. And I let them sit out for about 30 minutes with foil, and I cut them open. They were pink and beautiful, so I didn't fuck up. But I was scared there for a little bit, man. I didn't want to ruin. You know, I have one night where I'm going to cook for everybody. I want to do a good job. And so I was really nervous, but those things, I cut it open. I'm like, oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. You know?
Yeah. I listen, I've been there before. Cam's going to tell me how to make steak. I mean, isn't that something?
And he wants to do everything I do. He tries to copy everything I do. I'm into steak. I eat a steak. I like barbecue, and I'm into barbecue. What else?
Cam's going to tell me.
Jim Butler.
He's going to tell me how to. I hope everyone copies you and go and get a truck from Jim Butler.
Yeah, baby.
Get your windows from Window World. Get your finances taken care of with Stiefel. Support all our sponsors. You kidding me?
You're damn right.
Get a new roof from Blue No Roofing. Damn
so I'm glad you had a good Father's Day. What did Lori do for you?
It was really nice. It rained like crazy. It's very cold here today, actually, Cam.
Really?
It's like it feels great though. It's low 60s. It feels good.
Nice.
You know how it gets here in the springtime and stuff like that. Summer. Today's the official first day of summer. That when it rains really hard, it gets humid. It got a little humid yesterday. But today it feels really, really nice. But I had my coffee outside yesterday. We had a big brunch. She made a big brunch. I didn't want to go anywhere. You know, they always want to like take me places and I just want to chill. Can I just stay home for once? I don't want to go anywhere.
No.
So we had a nice brunch at the house and everything, and then went and saw my my father-in-law yesterday. We spent the day at his house with my mother-in-law, obviously, but my father-in-law's been, as you know, Cam, he's been dealing with some stuff, man. So he's finally back home, and so it was great to have everybody together. It put him in great spirits, and it was just great to be around. He got these glasses that we got him for Father's Day that everyone kind of like went in on it because they're really expensive, but it's like these glasses you can say like, hey Meta, like what am I looking at, and it tells you everything that you see in the room. Isn't that crazy?
Those are expensive. They're awesome. Yeah, those are. Yeah, you can record.
You can record. You get a phone call. You get a text message. It tells you who's calling or reads the text message to you. It's
like you're a robot. It's like you're the T-1000 or something. It's badass.
I know, dude. So
my dad fucking scared the shit out of me and my brother yesterday because I'm not there, and I'm like texting him like, "Happy Father's Day, what are you doing?" I'm sending him pictures and shit. And He's not getting back to me. He's not getting back to my brother. I'm like, fuck me. Now I got to do a wellness check on him.
Did you
And then
did you think about calling me to go check on him or no?
No, I didn't.
Why?
You wouldn't answer your phone.
Yes, I would.
You wouldn't even care. I would leave you a message like, you got to help my dad's drowning. Nah, I got to think. Doug needs to talk to me. So anyway, my Uncle Danny texts me, and thank God. He's like, no, his phone dropped on the hike, and he broke his phone. And now he's fucking goddamn T-Mobile. So I'm like, thank God, because I was losing. You know how it is, man. I was losing it. He's getting older. It is what it is. But he's okay. We're going to have him this weekend for some barbecue and stuff like that. So everything's good, man. It's all good. You know what else is good? The Florida goddamn Panthers.
Hold on, real quick. Who is he hiking with?
The doggy.
Oh. Which dog?
Maybe.
Bear?
His dog. Nikita. No. Oh, you remember Bear. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you think it was some broad? He's with some woman?
I didn't know. I was wondering.
He might. Listen, let me tell you something. My dad knows I don't want to hear any of that. Okay? I don't. He talks to Kate about that stuff. I don't want to hear any of it. And is that selfish on my part? Maybe. He needs to live his life. And if another woman makes him comfortable being around and he's happy, I love it. I just don't want to hear about it. And when I go over there, I don't want anybody else there. So maybe it's bad on my part. He knows that. And so I don't hear everything from it. But he gets to let it out with Kate. Kate listens to him with that kind of stuff. He just knows that I'm just kind of weirded out by it. But I can't blame him, man. He's fucking lonely. He's got the doggy. And women like him because he's sweet and charming. And he looks pretty gosh dang good right now. And let him do his thing. I just want him to be happy. And I want to live as long as possible. But I also don't want to fucking hear about it either because it weirds me out.
All right. So before we get into hockey, that's interesting because I'm going through something like that right now.
Why is Lori
personal basis, no. But no, she's not. But there is somebody that I know who is in their 80s. Their wife passed away within the last 6 months, a year, and he went on a date yesterday. What do you make out of that?
Well, Andy, we don't know how that relationship was prior, right? Like,
no. Great. No, it was, really great relationship, and he was always there. Great family. I just think that
is it a friendship, Andy?
Yeah, because they're in their 80s. Like, what are they really? You know what I'm saying? I just think people get lonely. And,
it's a companion. So I don't know though. I just feel weird a little bit. Maybe I need to get over that, but. It is what it is. I just want him to be happy, and that makes him happy. Then so be it, you know.
All right, so we'll get into Brady here. I want to ask you about a few other things. First off, Darren Radish, the sign and trade from Tampa to Toronto. I mean, Toronto fans are like, it's one day they're down and out. They have no direction as an organization. The next day they're celebrating some amazing move. One day, they don't have a GM who's capable of steering the ship. The next day, they get the first overall pick. The next day, something else happens. And then the next day, they get Darren Radish and everything's all good. One day, they get Jim Hiller as the head coach, and it's the worst decision. These guys have no idea what they're doing. I can't keep up with the ups and downs of Toronto. Make a decision. You like the guy or do you not like the guy?
Yeah, it's like a terrible relationship. Like, when you're in a bad relationship, things are good, then they're terrible, then they're good, and they're terrible. It's like you're just up and down, like Jesus Christ. People are critiquing this signing and how it's going to age and how he put up a ton of points last year. And if you look at previous years, he never got to that point. I don't know. Look, the kid's out there. He wanted to go to Canada and play in the spotlight. So fucking sign him. Cap's going up. I don't care. He can be lethal on the power play. He's got a wicked shot. He can score goals. Hopefully he keeps his trend up. People compared him, and we've seen drop-offs before, Andy, with these fucking signings when you're 30, 31 years old for 8 years, whatever the case is. But there are guys that played, that signed, and actually kept up. And a guy that we had on, Danny Boyle, his name gets brought up all the time. I think he signed a monster ticket, and he fucking kept it going for a long, long time, and it aged actually pretty well. So there's players that can do that, but I don't mind the trade. Good, get some firepower back there. You know,
used to be like in the 90s and then into the 2000s where all these great defensemen, they all played well deep into their 30s.
Yes.
Al McInnes, Chris Chelios, Adam Foote, Nick Lidstrom, all these guys. You know what I mean? They could all do it. Rob Blake. They were all great. Yeah, all great players deep into their 30s. So, listen, I'm happy for him. It's a great story, the fact that, his career trajectory is pretty amazing. It's the highest increase in salary I think ever for a guy like 30 years of age or older or something like that from one year to the next.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's insane. I do wonder how it's going to age. I think it's safe to say Toronto is not signing him today, worried about how he's going to be in the last 2 or 3 years of the deal when he's in his late 30s. They need him now to help. Tampa wouldn't go. From what I understand, it was like a 6-year deal, and the salary had a 6 in front of it. It was somewhere in the 6s. So what does that tell you? I don't think you could just automatically assume when a player of his age just careers it, Cam, like he's 30, and they say career year for a reason, because that's your best year. I don't know if he's ever going to top what he did last year. That may be his career year. And I feel like the players he played with in Tampa, not only are they different, I know you've got Nylander and Matthews, but, you had Point, you had Kucherov, you had Gensel, you had all these other guys, right? Like, just different mentality with the players there in Tampa, too, don't you think? Like, how they're driven, how much they want to win, how badly they want to win, how much they bring it every single night. I don't know if you're going to have the same thing with Nylander and Matthews, even though I like those players individually. They're good players. So my thing is, I don't know if you can assume that, or you shouldn't assume that he's going to be able to produce at the same number. So what level of production is acceptable for him coming in, signing at $8.5 million per year?
What did he have last year? What was his numbers
I think
last
he had
year?
20 or 20. He was 6th or 7th in the league in scoring among defensemen. Top 10.
Yeah, Chikrin had more. A couple other guys had more.
Yeah, Chikrin had more goals,
15, 20, I don't know. That's 15 and 20, and, you're +4. I don't know. That's $8 million, right? Like, that's pretty solid. Don't get scored on like a psychopath. Don't be up and down like Bouchard. When he gets walked 3 times a game and all of a sudden he gets 4 points the next game. Like, you got to balance yourself out a little bit. But, man, on that power play, dude, like, Coochie gives you the puck, but Matthews and Nylander are going to get you the puck too. And you got Big Knies in front of that or whoever. Yeah. Like, you're going to have a ton of power play points. So maybe that just makes up for it in itself. I mean, you can't get walked every – listen, this team's not getting back like the Tampa Bay winning Lightning mentality is going to. Yeah. Those guys get back and strip you. Like, maybe that's not going to happen as much, so you better be aware of that.
Yeah, I know. And listen, he's got other parts to his game, too. He's not just one-dimensional. I think he can move the puck. He's an underrated passer. He can defend. But he's just going into a market where, listen, these guys all they go crazy, and the expectation is going to be for him to, like, deliver at the highest level. I always laugh. I see people out there and like they're tweeting out, I guess so much for the guys don't want to play in Toronto. Well, I mean, no one's ever said if you're from Toronto and you grew up a Leafs fan, like, why wouldn't you want to play there? And especially if you're making $900 or whatever he was making, and now they offer you, $8.5 million. How do you not take that? And I don't know if you can just assume everybody else in the league was going to offer him that, but I would like to see him go to a team where he could be a part of it versus now being the head of the snake, and he's going to get all the attention and the pressure is going to be high, because I don't think the team is there yet. And the jury's certainly still out on Chaika and these guys in terms of how they build this team. So
Chaika?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's not like it shouldn't be a braggadocious statement that, look, we got players coming here. Like, yeah, okay. Like, then you look around, you got players leaving. Like, okay. Like,
I know.
It shouldn't be braggadocious when it comes to him signing an 8-year deal when he came off at 30 years old, his best year ever, which could be an outlier. I mean, shit, he could have 5 and 10 next year and minus 20. Like, you just don't know. So I wouldn't brag about that, but I don't mind that signing. Like, if I'm the Toronto Maple Leafs, I'm like, fuck, now we got a great defenseman that's going to put up a lot of points.
Yeah.
Teamed up with a lot of star power that we still have up front. So If I'm the Maple Leafs fans, don't be braggadocious about it, but I would be excited.
So the
I
Brady
like
could
what they're doing. We talked about this last week, though, Andy. Like, they're doing everything that no one expected.
exactly.
Hiller, fucking Chaika. Like, everybody else didn't work out. Lou and all these head guys, or, you know, you get these big name coaches and all this shit coming in and out, in and out. Now they're like, no, we're gonna get this guy, and then we're gonna get this young coach who's really not too established. I mean, he's got a pretty damn good reputation, according to a lot of people. So I kind of like the way they're moving, man. They're like, fuck the world. We're not listening to you. We're going to listen to our team, and we're going to go from there. Because last time we listened to everybody else, get this, get that, it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Do your own thing. Do your own thing. Play your own fucking game, and see how the dice roll afterwards.
Exactly. Like it's disrespectful how people are analyzing this towards Jim Hiller, man. This guy is an NHL coach. He obviously impressed enough. He was an assistant in Toronto for several years, so I'm sure several people around the organization know him and went to bat for him. You know what I mean? Something sticks out with me. I was talking to DJ Smith outside of the bus after LA was here, and we were talking for a little while. I love DJ. I know you do too, man. And
baby.
Jim Hiller walked by. You know, a lot of head coaches could be like insecure, you know, like, oh, what's the assistant talking to? You know, he walked by, he just stuck his hand out and just introduced himself and like shot the shit with us. I was like, this guy's cool as shit. You know what I mean?
Yes, dude. You're normal.
I'm like a nobody to him. You know what I mean? And he just like sticks his, and we just shoot the shit. So that's always stuck with me. They have a head coach that I'm really pulling for, man. Because everyone's like doubting him. It's like in Toronto, it's like we need Babcock, you know, when they sign Babcock. We need, you know, Bruce Cassidy, you know, we need one of these guys. It doesn't always work like that. You need players, man. You know what I mean?
And you just got a pretty goddamn good one.
Yeah. And they need more of it. So
they need more of it.
You know? How do you think the Brady trade impacts how much Detroit can get for Dylan Larkin? Like, would you pay the same amount, even though in reality they didn't have to give up much? I mean, they gave up some draft picks. These players have all the leverage, dude. It's amazing. The Kachuk strikes again, dude. They get whatever they want at all times. I love it.
But I like. But you tweeted that out. I saw your tweet, and I'm going to give you a compliment for that tweet. You're exactly right. It's like, why let this thing fuck in? You know what's going to happen. Training camp comes around. Fucking new. I mean, it's all he's talking about. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Right. What are you going to do? Get ahead of it. Get it done. Have the whole summer to figure out what the fuck you're going to do next in the Ottawa organization. Move on from him and regroup and restart. And that's exactly what they did before the shitstorm happened. And you know what I mean? He's got the leverage. And so does Larkin. I mean, they really do. They want to be there. It is what it is. You're going to have to get rid of him. So if somebody gives up 2 firsts and or 3 firsts and a second or whatever it is, and it's kind of staggered out, okay. Dylan Larkin's pretty solid, man. And like Brady Tkachuk's a goddamn good player. He's not putting up that many points, but he can. And that line with him, his brother, and Sam Bennett, if you put those guys together, Marshy in there, you can mix and match those lines down in Florida. Andy, are they not the coolest team to watch now by a mile? Like they have so many guys that are so loud and in your face. And as Paul Maurice as a coach, you look at your lineup every night and you're like, you can mix and match like a fucking all-star team. What a cool place to be a coach and dealing with all those guys. And a lot of those guys are winners too on multiple levels. You have multiple leaders in that locker room. They all seem to coexist. Now, remember when the Blues tried to have all these guys in? Mike Keane didn't really fit in with the Blues, and they're trying to go for it. He won in Dallas, in Montreal. He's trying to be the top dog. There's so many guys. It didn't work. But I do think down in Florida, what those guys are, no one gives a shit. You be loud. I don't care. I'll be loud tomorrow. Like, I think they coexist pretty well, and they're back at it, dude.
That's because
you had also another tweet, Andy. You're like, yep, take advantage of the East now because Florida's going to be back. And what the fuck you think they're going to do next year?
I know I said that a few weeks ago. I said that a few weeks ago. Enjoy it now.
Enjoy it now.
A couple things, though. I mean, but the loudest players, I mean, and Brady's not even that loud, to be honest. He's loud on the ice. He's like the lovable, fun guy off the ice. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And Marchand maybe is a little bit loud, but he walked into an environment where they had already won and the culture's been established. And now he's at the end of his career. He's mature. He's just chilling with the guys. He just wants to win again. You know what I mean? So Florida is going to be a handful. They don't have a goaltender. That's going to be the big question mark. I mean, Bobrovsky, like, I don't understand why, if it's true that he wants like a 6-year deal, Cam, at like $7 million per. If I'm him, and I'm in Florida and I'm wearing my flip-flops and I'm sitting on the pool deck right now and I'm chilling out. I'm like, what? I got sign a 2-year deal at 7 or whatever. I mean, dude, just sign me up. What am I going to leave for? Look at this team. Are you kidding me? Come on, Bobrovsky. Like, I'm sorry if he's in his late 30s.
Late 30s, yes.
I mean, he's got to be, I'm going to double check, but he's got to be 36? At least 36, 37. Maybe even more.
Shit. You know? No, I agree with you, dude. Well, you want to play that game with them? They're not going to play that game.
He's 37, dude. He's going to be 38 September 20th.
Take a 3-year deal to Florida, or to 40, and stay in Florida and be the man.
He's
and
38, really.
More.
When the season starts, he'll be 38.
Man, he's getting up there, dude. Goalies age differently too. We've seen that before.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't want to like ruffle any feathers or whatever, but if you know who I'd be calling for. And I don't even know if they want to move him or whatever. I'd be dialing up Jordan Binnington, man.
No shit. No shit. You don't think the Ben Dogs will go down to Florida and stand on his fucking head in front of that defense and those forwards getting back 100 miles an hour when you got Barkey coming back winning every single draw? You don't want to play for that team? You stand on your head when you need to? Shit.
Although we've got like Scott Wedgewood coming on in this episode, man, who's fantastic. I mean, you don't even need one of the. Sometimes they're all good, man. It's like who can sustain greatness longer than the rest, you know? Who can be good for 30 games versus be good for 5 or 6 games in a stretch?
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
When he did slow down, though, man, like he had a rough go and he was in and out with Blackie, you know, in that Vegas series.
Yeah, but like the team changed a little bit. You know, Makar was hurt.
Sure.
Nichushka got hurt. Like they had some injuries.
McKinnon got banged up.
They weren't.
Remember Buck got shot.
They weren't. They weren't the same team in the playoffs.
But I will say this to the Blues fans, who I love. We love all you guys.
And I'm not endorsing trading Binnington, man. I don't ever want to see Binnington leave. All I'm saying is, based on the situation, if I'm Edmonton and like Bobrovsky's fucking around,
dude, you're not. No one's saying that you want Ben or gone. You're just looking at realistic situations that would benefit other teams, and that's certainly the case. But I was going to say with the Blues fans, like, see a lot of tweets like, I can't believe Brady didn't consider saying, like, come on. You got to let that go. We knew exactly where he was going. We knew this years ago. Come on. He's not coming here.
We said Florida 2 or 3 years ago. I remember saying on this podcast a couple years ago, being like, listen, he's going to be out. He's gone. And I know I took a lot of heat on social media for that. But you know what's interesting? Because everyone just looks at Florida for what it is. Doug Armstrong was talking about this today. And whether it's Vegas or whatever, when you look at the 4 teams that Brady Tkachuk had on his list, and a lot of teams called, including St. Louis, and they were told, hey, listen, he's not on your list. So it is what it is. You know? I know he's from here and his dad played here. And maybe that's part of the reason why he doesn't want to come here and play here. You know what I mean? Like, you know, who knows? But his brother's in Florida and whatever. I find it interesting because I said this a couple of weeks ago, that Carolina is now a destination for star players.
Shit.
I mean, years ago, Cam, how long ago? 5 years ago? 4 years ago? 3 years ago? Would Carolina be on a short list for a superstar player of Brady Tkachuk's ilk, where all of a sudden he's got Vegas, he's got Florida, Minnesota is there now? What Billy G is doing is unbelievable. Where now superstar players now want to go to Minnesota. That never happened before. Listen, you had the Ryan Suter and Zach Parise sign on the same day, but those are U.S. kids that are kind of from the area up there, low maintenance. They're not looking for, and they found somebody that could pay them both $100 million, so they went to Minnesota.
Exactly.
But now Minnesota's on the list. Quinn Hughes has changed that. Billy G's changed that. And Carolina now is a destination for superstar players, man. I love that.
Well, you know what? Well, when you're aggressive and you're consistently winning. Although Minnesota's been pretty good, like they're pretty consistent. Although they haven't got over the hump, but it just shows too, by the way, that any team could be this way. If Minnesota and Carolina could do it, like the St. Louis Blues could eventually be in that situation.
You're 100% right, man. That's exactly what Army said this morning. So if they can do that, it's not just about warm weather and taxes.
No, it's not. It helps, but
it does help. But if Florida was shitty like they used to be, they weren't on everybody's list. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're 100% right.
Every team has to look at that and be like, what are the Minnesota Wild and the Carolina Hurricanes doing? And pretty much small market teams that no one really wanted to be around for the most part for a long, long time. What are they doing differently? They're aggressive and they find ways to get these players there. And then when they're there, they like it. It spreads around and you win and you win and you win. And now everybody's looking at you like, yeah, no, I will go there. I will go to fucking Minnesota and have one of the longest flights ever, by the way. They fucking travel really far. If you look at the mileage, like they're up there with Vancouver and stuff. I remember a couple of years ago, they traveled more than anybody else. So it's not, it's not friendly winters. But no, you got Billy Guerin, and you walk into an environment where you're treated like fucking gold, and they want to win. And it's noticeable that the GMs want to win, and they'll do anything in their fucking right mind to get it done. You saw what Eric Tulsky did, mixing and matching and trading, and Jesus Christ, and he figured it out. Eric Tulsky with the great hair that Andy always brags about it he has.
Did you see him in his convertible?
And now he's a big dog, and everybody wants to go there.
You see him in his convertible during the parade?
Was he drinking?
I didn't see.
Imagine he was like, had glasses on, he's fucking smoking and chugging a fucking 40. That'd be hilarious.
He's signing he's signing Delorier to a 2-year extension during the parade, man. I love it.
Oh, that's right.
I love it.
That is so cool. Like Delorier's like, thank you, dude. Like, I love this. Give me some attention. I didn't do much in it, like it just I like that.
He's like, 2 more fucking years, 875. He's like, fuck, who can we see? He loves it. He's in a winning environment. It's a dream come true. This guy's gonna have a Stanley Cup ring.
He's a pretty good player too, man.
But there's gonna be other casualties. I know everyone's looking at Florida's roster, and it is impressive. I think this will be the best top 9 that we've ever seen in the history of the salary cap era, I believe.
Wait, say that again?
The best top 9 in the history of the salary cap era that we've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been other really good ones, but nobody's been able to compete with what Florida's going to put on the ice. They don't even need a fourth line. They got like Rodriguez is on your fourth line. He's a good player. AJ Greer, who had 17 goals last year, he's going to want at least what that McCarron got.
3-6.
Whatever he got. You have to look that up.
3.5 for 6 years.
Is that what he got?
I think so.
Or was it 2.6? I'll double check. But
or 3 million.
Regardless, they're not going to be able to keep him. He's going to have to go.
Yeah.
And I like him a lot, but I just don't know how they're going to be able to re-sign him.
I disagree with the fourth line sentiment that you had with Florida. Like, fuck, I noticed their fourth line too. They fucking score.
I'm saying now. Well, yeah, no. Those guys I'm mentioning, Greer's a hell of a player. Like these guys all are. But I'm joking when I say their top 9 is so good, you don't even need a fourth line now. But,
Yeah, they're really good, dude. Yeah. And you know what? Their fourth line could be their third line if shit goes down. You know what I mean? They're so deep. And now they have a little bit of everything. They really do. They are going to be so hard to handle. You got so many different waves of just mean players coming at you. Bennett's fucking hitting you when you're not even looking. Brady comes in 100 miles an hour. Matthews whacking you. Marchand's chirping them like, Jesus. Holy cow.
So they got Michael McCarron signed a 6-year, $20 million contract, dude.
Wow, I see that.
That's 3.3 plus.
Told you.
Per year.
He played pretty well, man. Like,
no, he
made some. He's a big dude.
But AJ Greer, man, he's a Stanley Cup winner, scored 17 goals last year. He's going to want that type of money, that type of contract.
He deserves it.
He should. So let me just say this, because I know Brady's taking a lot of heat because he came out like a month ago or whatever and said, it's all rumors. I don't want to go anywhere. Listen, I don't know what you expect the guy to say. Yes, I am wanting to leave, but I got to give Brady, I got to give the Ottawa Senators a lot of credit. Like I tweeted, Cam. I don't know if you saw my tweet.
I saw that. I mentioned it earlier. You got to bring it up again.
Just the fact that they were able to keep this under the wraps, like it didn't turn into a sideshow, man. There's something to be said for that. I thought Vancouver and Quinn Hughes wasn't that big of a sideshow, but everything Vancouver was doing was turning into a sideshow. But they didn't allow that to get too crazy. But that got a little bit. There's just a lot of innuendo, a lot of talk going on about Quinn Hughes. The Dylan Larkin situation, I mean, there's a lot of drama attached to that, too. It never got to that point with Brady. So I got to give him a lot of credit. And any Ottawa Senator fan right now who wants to trash this guy on social media, burn his jersey, this guy gave you everything he had, man, and then some. He gave it everything he had to that city. You see all the stuff that he did in the community, the playing street hockey with kids in the street, being the captain, being the guy, giving you a face of that franchise, bleeding for the franchise, fighting for the franchise, scoring for the franchise.
Get out of here.
And I'll tell you what, man, when things went south with Brady, when the fans were booing the national anthem after the Four Nations, and I went back and watched that scrum after the Olympics when he came back from the White House and all of that, the way he was treated by the local media, man, was so bad. And it crossed the line so badly, Cam, that I truly believe that put Brady and probably the rest of his camp, which goes pretty deep, right? With a lot of experience in the Tkachuk family, I think that put them over to the edge.
Okay.
Once you start treating your captain like that and saying, why did you laugh when President Trump, like it's all on him. Fake videos that were out there about him allegedly saying, close the northern border. Like, this guy's the captain of the Ottawa Senators. You think he's really going to say that? And you can tell his lips aren't even moving, when this video, the way he was treated in that, like, ambush, really, by the media, I didn't like it. I don't think they liked it very much either. And I think that set them.
Here's a rebuttal. Here's a rebuttal for people. I thought the hockey players weren't thin-skinned. Oh, little boy. I'd be like, fuck you. I bleed for you every night. I'm the most consistent player every night. I'm playing with injuries every night, and you guys treat me like this. Don't call me thin-skinned. I'm just going to say, fuck you. Yeah. That's what you get. I'm not dealing with this. Why would he? Why would anybody? It's like when you have a boss there and you're getting treated like shit there, and you're like, I don't need to be here. I can go somewhere else. That's not being thin-skinned. That's just being like, well, I don't need to take this if I don't want to.
Right.
So, yeah, don't act like this wasn't a part of it. Fuck it out. It would be with me.
Hell
would be with me. I have a cut over my eye because I went into the boards 100 miles an hour and I didn't lead the game. My shoulder popped out. I didn't lead the game, and I fought, and I had 2 goals, and I'm getting treated like this? Fuck you. Sorry. He's not thin-skinned. I would have done the same shit. Every player would have done it. No, fuck out of here.
The organization should have pulled him out of that scrum. Once it started going in that direction.
Get him out. Fuck you guys. Get out of here. He doesn't need to give you anything. He doesn't owe you anything.
He just won the gold medal. And listen, he's got a young family. He wants to raise his family probably in the United States.
Of course. Of course he does. Why wouldn't he?
If he wasn't treated like that, who knows? Maybe there is a potential that he's not leaving yesterday. And maybe they do get another year out of him, and who knows what happens beyond that. But maybe. I think you start booing the national anthem and some of that stuff that's been going on. You can put Austin Matthews in the same category. You can put Quinn Hughes in the same category. I think these guys are like, I'm out.
Fuck you. Call me thin-skinned all you want. I don't need to deal with this shit. See ya. See ya. You don't respect me. See ya. Get out of here. Keep doing it. Keep doing it and get another U.S. player up there and see what happens. See if he wants to stay.
He's going to be a great Florida Panther, though, man. Like,
hey, will he get his jersey retired in Ottawa down the line?
No. I mean, I don't think it's.
Is that a terrible question?
I don't know. I mean, they didn't. If they would have had more playoff success, or he's leaving. He's not. He essentially told them, "I'm not going to re-sign." It just doesn't typically.
I'm just asking.
Work
I'm just
that
saying
way.
He was a pretty powerful guy up there, and they've had some big dogs throughout the years, man. When they were really good, Alfie and Spezza was great, senator for a long time. Chris Neal, of course, I don't know. I think he had an impact on that town, just like all the other big dogs have.
I think he did, but I think the way it's ending maybe
Sure, I can see that.
would prevent that from happening.
All those guys, it's hard to compare to those guys, man. They were Ottawa through and through. I get all that. I'm just curious.
How do you think the Olympics and all these American players like hanging out together for a couple of weeks, like how has that changed? Remember like a year ago I said, hey, we're going to start to see the NHL turning into what we see in the NBA and some of these other leagues where like they're loading up and they're creating these power teams and all these guys want to play with one another. And I know maybe it's a little bit different with Brady because his brother's there, but I'm sure Jack is preparing an exit plan to get out of New Jersey, maybe teaming up with his brother. Larkin wants out.
Wait. You think Jack Hughes wants to get out of Jersey?
Well, I would imagine at some point they would love to play together.
Yeah, all right. I don't.
And Quinn's got to get re-signed and whatnot. I just think,
Yeah.
I don't know. I would think, would you disagree? I would think they'd want to play together at some point.
Who would think maybe like a Hollebuck wants to get out of?
Hellebuck wants to get out of Winnipeg.
That's how I look at it. I think Jack maybe like come here. I think he's got it pretty good in Jersey,
But
he's a man.
I think Dylan Larkin though, like hanging out with Matthew and being around Jack Eichel and all these other guys, and he's like, "Hey, what's it like where you live? What's it like? What's it like winning? What does your GM do that's different that allows you guys to have so much success?" And I think that's when Larkin's like, you know what, And if Minnesota was as aggressive as they were with Brady, and obviously Brady had the no move and he wanted to go to Florida, and so people who are being critical of the return, that's the best they could get from Florida. They needed to move on from Brady. It was going to be too much of a distraction. He told them he wasn't going to resign. I just wonder what Minnesota has in the bag to try to go and get Dylan Larkin now. Because I would imagine Larkin and Quinn Hughes, the Michigan boys, man.
Oh, fuck.
Quinn played at Michigan. I would imagine they would love to play together.
I would agree with that. I don't know what their cap situation's like, man. I don't know.
They got a $17 million player. Like it's going to be tough the next 2 years or so.
$17 million in one player. I mean, you can only do so much. Let me ask
but
you.
Larkin's under contract. He's not making like a crazy amount. I think he's in the 8s or whatever. I think they could do it. You move a player out and whatever. They'll have to be creative,
Really can be creative with that too. Like he's a smart guy. He understands it. But yeah, I like to see these guys team up. I don't know. I don't blame Dylan Larkin, man. It hasn't been good. And listen, he's to blame too. Okay, I know he got banged up last year, but he didn't step up when he needed to step up to put the guys over the edge when they were in a good situation. The Red Wings, they were in a good situation, and then they fell off, and he didn't do enough to help. So like that aside. He's been through a lot there, man. Like it's going nowhere. And eventually you're like, fuck this, I'm out. It is what it is. You only have so much time to play. All these fans are like, I can't believe, dude, you have a 1 to 18 year. Maybe if you're lucky, you get to 15, 18 years in the league. You have a certain amount of time. You got to make the most of it. And I know loyalty is one thing, but sometimes you got to say, fuck it. I got to make a move. I got to do what's best for me. We see it in every sport. And so I just hear people talk. Sometimes it's like, fuck you. You guys didn't help me enough. I'm out. It is what it is. It's nothing new.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see Kelly McCrimmon's post-conference?
Yes. And real quick follow-up. We're going to see what happens with Austin Matthews and Connor McDavid. These guys could all line up with one another. And I guarantee you Steve Stais, the general manager of Ottawa, I'm sure he's already was calling around, even before this deal with Florida was done, saying, hey, if we get the 9th overall pick, what can we do to package that to get X, Y, and Z from your team and whatever. So I don't see them just getting these draft picks and then drafting players. Something tells me they're going to have something up their sleeve that they're going to be able to turn those picks into a quality player that joins the Ottawa Senators. So we'll see him and see how that plays out here over the short term. So Kelly McCrimmon did his press conference, man. What do you think of that?
I loved it. They're just jealous of us.
That's what he said. And they just lost the cup, you know?
Yo, but he's 100% right, dude.
He is.
He's like, we don't give a fuck. They're fucking jealous. Why do you think Jack Eichel comes out like, wait, we're the most hated team in the league? We don't give a fuck. Everybody wants to play here. Good, hate us. Like,
yeah.
Who cares?
He's like, there ain't a single player in the league that has us on their no trade list.
Exactly right, Andy. Funny how that is. Wait, you're chirping our organization? Wait, every player in the league would come here. Everyone. Again, it's just, and Kelly don't give a fuck.
No.
He's old school.
He's like, oh yeah, we had Mark Stone. We had him have back surgery just for fun.
Just for fun. He had major back surgery just for. I loved it. I love that. Hey, what else did Army say today?
He's like, they come here because we want to win.
No shit, you do, and you're winners. You are winners, and you've proven it every single year. You're in the mix every single year.
Yeah,
every year. Then he chirped Seattle.
He did.
He did.
Goes, Seattle had the same. They had more advantages than we did. They had longer to prepare for the expansion draft than we did. They had 3 years or something like that.
One of them. That's so much. I do.
Kelly McCrimmon.
I was fucking laughing, dude, that whole time. I love watching GM, post-GM interviews, you know, after season-ending interviews, whatever it is. They're so entertaining.
He throws heat.
He don't give a fuck. He doesn't. Was his brother the one that on the plane?
Brad. Legend.
Yeah.
People love Brad McCrimmon. Man.
Yes, dude. I remember seeing him in Windsor. He was with Detroit. He'd come over and skate with us and stuff like that when I was playing for the Spitfires.
He was Chris Pronger's roommate in Hartford, I believe. And a lot of guys talk about him. He was tight with a lot of guys, man.
That horrific 2014 plane crash in goddamn Russia. Yeah. Oh, God.
And Kelly McCrimmon, man, he's just tight with a lot of these guys that that he had in junior, you know, in the Western Hockey League. So
he's tough, dude. He's a tough old school cat, and it's working. And I like Big Georgie too. He's a tough son of a bitch. I like their owner.
Can you do your George impersonation?
Georgie. I mean,
he's falling out of his seat. They didn't show him again, dude. He was like, do not ever show us ever again during a game.
If I'm the GM, and this is like my fucking family. I work my ass off for this. I'm emotional. And people show it different ways, but I like that. Mm-hmm. That's how we were when we were watching, you know, Game 7 with the Blues, you know. Like, that's how you are, man. Your emotions take over. I love that, dude. I like that team. I like how they're aggressive. I like how everybody hates them. The reason why these fans hate them, I get the Carter Hart. Like, I get where you could be kind of, but the more they hate them, the more I like them.
Yeah, but I hated
them.
them.
These fucking fans hate somebody. It's the more I like them.
Oh, I'm with you. But I hated them in their first few years because I felt like they looked at every. Remember we had Kelly McCrimmon on. I even said this to him. I feel like you guys look at every available player as like the shiny little toy at Christmas that you just gotta have, you know. And it just took me a few years to grow into appreciating what they do. I said this during the playoffs this year. They are the standard for NHL teams. Nobody's doing it better. Florida's right there with them. If Florida can get back next year to perform at stay healthy, perform at a championship level, and, get back to a Stanley Cup final, then they may take the lead. All right, Cam, I am getting really into the World Cup, man. I didn't know how much I would get into it. I watched Messi play for the first time ever. I watched him play a complete game, start to finish. I've seen highlights, obviously. My kid is obsessed with Messi. All the kids have the Messi jerseys. But for this guy to do what he did on the big stage with the entire world watching, honestly, not to oversay it, but it's one of the more impressive athletic performances I've ever seen in my life, Cam. And you can go to Underdog right now and you can put a little wager down, higher or lower. How many goals is Messi going to score? So to the rest of the world, we call it football, and that's what I'm going to call it here on this show. I'm going to call it football. Okay, it's not soccer. It's football. You know that. This is America, baby. Underdog's your spot to be all in for every match. 48 teams, 104 games, 39 days, one nation, one underdog. Feel free. Feel the thrill now. There's never been a bigger moment to have something on it. Do it for Underdog. You can go there right now. $50 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. Use the promo code STRICK. That's STRICK. Use that promo code and do it today. Underdog, make picks, win money, baby. Do it with football. Download the app today and use the promo code STRICK to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STRICK. Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Term apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_HTML for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NEW York or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369. How's the weather today? Is it nice out there?
Yeah.
Watch out for those sharks.
Great.
Watch out for those sharks.
Thanks for coming in, by the way.
Hey, stay out of the water, Cam.
No, I got to protect her.
No, stay out of the water when
She's gotta get in the water.
when it's around dusk or like early in the morning, because that's when the sharks come and feed. And if you have shiny jewelry on,
Andy, they're everywhere. The sharks are fucking everywhere.
And stingrays.
Now, that's not what's going to kill you. What's going to kill you is a riptide. It was a double flag. You know the little post I had looking over the beach in that restaurant when I was eating them oysters, which you know what happened later. There was double red flag. The rip current was so fucking terrible, dude. You're not even allowed to put your feet in the water or you'll get a $500 fine and you'll get arrested. And rightfully so. Because dipshits go in there, Andy'd go in there like, this is fun. And they'd suck you right out so goddamn fast your head will spin. That's what kills you more than anything. Rip current.
So we'll see what else happens. You know, there were rumors about Jordan Kyrou going to the Islanders. I had to shut those down too.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was, he ain't going there. I'm not saying he wouldn't, but I just don't think there's a lot of it. I don't think that's happening.
And that's a team that needs something too. The Islanders. Shit, the Islanders could be right now. No one wants to go to the Islanders for the most part, right? Like it's not like I bet you the Islanders are on a lot of teams no trade list. I would say.
You think?
Maybe I could be wrong on that. But if the Islanders start dominating for 5-6 years and they're in the mix, and you got guys and they're spending money and they change their culture around where it's just a little different and loud and people would go there, just like Carolina.
I find it like no trade lists are interesting to me because I think there's ways to be strategic in terms of who you put on the no trade list. Like if you're a goalie, for example, and you don't want to go to Winnipeg, are you putting Winnipeg on your no trade list when they have Hellebuck and you know they're not trading for you anyway? Like why waste? If you only have like a limited no trade where you could submit a list of like 13, 14 teams, I wouldn't waste one on Winnipeg if I'm a number one goalie because I know they're not trading for me anyway. Now, if he does get moved, you take that risk and you expose yourself.
But what if something happens? What if something happens with Hellebuck and shit goes down and all of a sudden you're like, fuck.
Because
now there is an opening.
I think you can still waive it. Wait, what are you saying?
Okay, so imagine you don't have.
Oh, okay. Now you're going to get traded there. You're saying?
Well, yeah, like something happened because you're like, oh, Hellebuck's there. I'm a goalie.
Yeah.
But something happens, and all of a sudden you're like, fuck. Like now I'm exposed to them, and all of a sudden you get traded there, and that'd be not a good situation. I don't know. Maybe it would be. I don't know.
What are you expecting? Well, I just think like last year's goalies are interesting to me, dude. All these guys. All these teams that have these amazing goalies, like they didn't necessarily either make the playoffs or go deep in the playoffs last year. You got to have a team around you. I think Wedgewood breaks it down nicely, very clean, and breaks it easy to understand. I think people are going to enjoy this episode because
what a smart, cool guy. I remember again playing with him for a couple of years in Albany, and you know, you just don't know what goalies in the American League like even Keith Kincaid, they're a 1-2 punch. They both made the NHL. Keith did pretty well for a bit there, and like even like they didn't like I just never knew they were going to be this good. To be honest with you, I just didn't.
Kincaid had a good run too.
It's so hard to judge these fucking goalies, dude. Because all of a sudden we got kids coming up from the East Coast, have no idea what they're doing. It's so scrambly in there. You got to get the Russian kid in there. He's not playing defense, and all of a sudden they light up Wedgie for 4 because the people in front, the guys in front of them. So it's hard to really break goalies down in the American League, man, when it's so fucking scrambly like that. I don't know. But he is a very smart hockey mind. He could do whatever the hell he wants when he retires. And I'm glad he didn't tell the story about, he said he had some funny stories about me. And I'm like, just say it. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do it. And I'm like, okay. And then he told us afterwards. I'm like, Jesus, thank God.
He's funny. Any other hockey stuff you want to get into before we get out of here? We went long with him. So, like, it's a longer interview than
we did an hour and a half.
Usual. So let's cut this a little shorter. Stiefel brings us the Cam and Strick podcast, Cam, where success meets success. Stiefel, baby.
I tell you what, there's a lot of success down here. Holy shit, some of these beautiful homes. I'm sure they're connected with Stiefel, saving money, making money, to be able to buy a beautiful house on the water down here. Oh, Lordy B. Man, oh man. Stiefel will help you live your dreams.
I like that. Same with First Form. Firstform.com/Cam and Strick. You know that guy who goes around and interviews all the like billionaires on Instagram and stuff like that?
Yes.
He's like, can I ask you a question? And Andy, they talked at like a gas station here, and he must have been in for the Summer Smash or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he interviewed Andy Frisell, which I'd love to get him on, by the way. He's very interesting. Fucking Sal. Sal is more quiet. But Andy, does a pod and all that stuff. We should get his ass. He's very interesting, man. He's got an opinion on a lot of things, dude. He's a smart man, smart businessman. Yep. Like to pick his brain a little bit, Andy. Andy, you should do a podcast with him.
We should. He's full of enthusiasm. You guys
are the exact same.
We should do one together.
Andy Frisella, Sean Strickland, you.
Oh my God, dude. All my people, dude. Firstform.com/Cam and Strick Cam, but I am living off of. I'm getting so much protein now, dude. It's amazing. The clear. You guys should look at the clear. It's like they come in like a variety of different flavors, but it's like you just put it in water. It doesn't taste like a protein shake, for example. It's just like drinking like flavored water, man. It is unbelievable. And I'm getting like 25, 30 grams of protein every time I make one of those.
Well, I brought down a box of the protein shakes because I know Kate's cousins, they love drinking protein in the morning, those protein shakes. So I brought a bunch of vanilla and chocolate down, and they love it. 30 grams.
The pre-made?
Pre-made,
dude,
easy.
My kids are just crushing those.
Good. Drink that. They work out all day. They need that.
30 grams of protein. I think I told them they could have more than one a day, really.
Yeah, in the morning, at night.
Yeah.
They're burning so many damn calories. Like they really are, man. Yeah. They need that, dude. And it's so much easier than making them. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, first string protein's the best of the best, but it is a pain in the ass to make a protein shake, in my opinion. Like it is. Like I just love it already made.
Oh,
it's already freezing cold.
So nice.
It's so nice. Crush it, boom.
I know. It is. It really is. It comes in handy. Firstform.com/Cam and Strick. Use our link and use it today. And send us what you're ordering. And you may be in line for an autographed puck. I'll get that to you.
Hey, Andy, can I say one thing?
Yeah.
One more thing about hockey?
Yeah.
Jonathan Toews retiring.
Yeah, big shout out to Toews, man.
Yeah.
Legend.
He's taking a lot of – I don't know why I see all the negative shit. I just see a lot of negative stuff about him. I'm reading the comments, and I know this is all fucking psychos.
Oh, my God. About going back to, like, the Quenneville Stan Bowman stuff? What's that all about? I thought that was new. Dude,
fucking people are bashing about that. Fuck this guy. And I'm like, he's like, he was your captain. He was old enough to know. Cut his fuck. We don't even know what the fuck. I mean, come on. You think he even knew about a black ace and the video coach? Like, I don't know. Like,
I love how all the negative, crazy people who are so animated and angry and emotional about that specific situation, they never talk about the people who are actually in charge. like McDonough, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Who was the president of the team and told the GM and the coach, I got this, I'll handle it. You guys go win the Stanley Cup, essentially.
They don't want that.
But they want to blame Jonathan Toews?
Of course. So I give little Taser a shout out, man. He was a damn good captain. Did he put the points up? If you really look at his numbers, they're not fantastic.
No, but over a stretch, he did put him, and he is a winner, man.
He's a winner.
He's going to be a first. He's going to be a first ballot.
Okay.
Who goes into? Hey, the Hall of Fame it gets announced today, so by the time this comes out tomorrow,
yeah, I know.
It'll be announced.
Yeah, I know.
Bergeron, Price, Big Walt, Brendan Moore. Is Patrick Marleau a Hall of Famer?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. His line of work, longevity.
Curtis Joseph.
Is he my favorite player? No. You know, like you think of Patrick Marleau, there's not one specific thing I look at like, wow, like even like a Jeremy Roenick. Fucking remember he fucking rocked guys. I remember him doing that little toe drag and winning it in double overtime and doing crazy stuff. You know, Big Walt. I have so many memories of him doing. I just look at Patrick Martin and I don't mean to be disrespectful. And who am I kidding? I played 350. He's better than everything about me. Probably a better person than me. I just don't. He just was for a big time superstar Hall of Famer. I look at him a little differently. I don't remember the huge play that just embedded into my head. Does that make sense, Andy?
For Patrick Marleau. Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Tell me one play you remember him doing.
I just remember him like playing forever and breaking all the records because he would never retire.
Do you have any specific play that you're like, God, remember that goal he had? And people are going to correct the shit out of me, and I know that, but I'm just curious.
Yeah. No, I know, man. What about
Ryan
Getzlaf?
Yeah. What about him? Hall of Famer? Hell yeah.
I mean, it is the Hockey Hall of Fame. People need to remember that. And he won 2 Olympic golds, a World Junior gold, a Stanley Cup.
Yes. Yeah, he did about a little bit of everything, that guy.
The Chevy Powerhouse, baby. They got a lot of good things going on right now, Cam. You know that with the Chevy Powerhouse. Some great deals, some great incentives. I would be checking that out right now if I were you. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, I went to the one right there in Fenton, Missouri. I was in and out in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. They got a little golf cart. I cruised around, looked at every goddamn truck on the lot. I picked out my baby, and I was signed, sealed, and delivered in 2 seconds. It was over in 2 hours. I got a truck in literally 2 hours. They were fantastic. I got a shit kicker for a gosh dang good deal, and they took my truck with 160,000 miles on it just like that. Boom. Gave me some damn good money for it.
Boom.
It took 2 seconds. Now I'm in, and I got my new truck, and I feel like a man again. And if you guys all out there know, when you get that new truck, baby, you feel like a goddamn man again.
Feel like a damn man.
Hell yeah. That's where the shit kickers shop. That's where they get their trucks, the shit kickers, baby.
$14,151. That's how much savings you're looking at off of MSRP on these 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500s, baby. Shop online. Do it today.
Let's go.
I love this, man. Chevy Powerhouse. Get that new truck and get it today. Jim Butler Chevrolet. Jim Butler is the Chevy Powerhouse, baby.
There is the Chevy Powerhouse. Yeah.
Hey, we're in our Window World Studios, man. There's nothing better than being in studio, Cam. It's kind of nice today, actually, even though you're not around.
It's nice down here, too. I'm thinking about all Eva and Maya are having a good time on the beach right now, doing their thing.
800 get windows, 800 get windows, 800 get windows. They are the preferred vendor of the St. Louis Blues. Preferred window. Are you watching a lot of the World Cup? Are you not at all? Or?
No, I am. It's fantastic.
I don't like the flopping around.
No, of course we don't, Andy. We all know that. You know what the coolest thing on the internet right now is, just so you know, is all these Europeans coming to the Midwest of the United States and loving every second of it.
Scotland.
And we don't even fucking realize how good we have it. These guys are like, this is unbelievable. Everybody's so nice. We get such a bad reputation from all the stupid media overseas. And they come here and they're like, I've never been treated so damn good in my life. It's one after another after another. They love the United States, man. And it's good for our brand over here because We get a lot of negative, and rightfully so at times, man. I get that. But once you come over here and feel this hospitality, dude, especially in the Midwest and down south, boy, they love it. Man.
All the people from Scotland, man, they're selling out of beer in all these bars on the East Coast in Boston.
You better get beer and you fucking stock up for these guys. They like to drink thick, hardcore beer. Don't run out of beer. Not for those shit kickers.
They're drinking everybody out, man, over there in Boston. But I love watching these games. I said it when we were talking about underdog, man. This Messi, that's one of the most incredible performances I've ever seen. I don't know if you agree with that or not, but just on the world, when everyone's looking at you, and he scored 4 goals in the game, Cam. One of them got called back because it was offside.
Yeah. I know Messi's he's an ultimate
Have you ever
superstar.
watched him you ever watched him start to finish? Like I never had.
Yeah. I watched the U.S. game the other day. Australia. I watched the other U.S. game.
Australia's terrible. They play. That's why they say, "Oh, it's Aussie rules," because like they're really trying to kill everybody. It's like rugby match. They were terrible.
Yeah. Well, U.S. might end up, if things go the way I hope they go, U.S. might end up playing. Guess who on 4th of July or July 3rd?
Argentina?
No. What would make sense? Come on. For 250 years?
Iran?
That's a good guess. But there's a bigger one than that. Our 250-year anniversary, Team USA could be playing
England?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Harry Kane?
Andy. I want them to play Iran and England.
I want them to play Iran.
Yeah.
These media people, like, go on these radio shows here locally, and you hear them too, Cam, and they're all like, well, United States, they don't get the best athletes playing soccer. That's part of... Dude, LeBron James ain't playing soccer, dude. He's 6'9", 260. You think he's running around playing soccer, dude? Like, he's not. Those are incredible athletes, though. But a lot of these countries, the players on the team, they're not even from that country.
Yeah, that's odd. And the coaches, too, sometimes, which is, I don't understand.
None of the coaches are. Like, what is going on?
But, Andy, I don't give a fuck. Listen to me. I don't give a fuck if the best athletes are playing football and basketball. We have 350 million people in this country. I could walk outside, and you could walk outside right now. Close your eyes, throw a rock, and guess what you hit? A soccer field. You have a soccer field everywhere you go. We should have the best fucking team in the world. No excuses. I don't give a shit if 6'9" LeBron James ain't playing. No, you have 350 million people here, and you have the best setup possible for soccer. Everywhere you look, it's unacceptable in my opinion.
This is the most athletic team I've ever seen the USA throw out there. I think they're a quarterfinal team at worst. I really do.
People are trying to, if they do win, is it the same as 1980? I'm like, no, we have 350 million people here. Those kids were kids. That's like if a high school team went out and won a World Cup or something. Like that would be the equivalent. It's not like the best players in all of the United States, which is gigantic, and they found a way to win. Well, they should.
I don't know. Just based on history, I think it would be a miracle. I do have the Netherlands among my favorites. My Stricky favorites right now. I have Netherlands, I've got France, I've got Argentina, I've got Brazil, and I've got England. Those are my top 5 right now.
Oh, you mean the best teams that are always in the mix? Like what the? It's my Stricky.
What do you mean, dude?
Those guys are always in the mix.
Netherlands, France, Argentina, Brazil, and England.
It's not a creative list. Like, you got to get creative if you're going to do that.
No, what do you mean? That's my top 5.
Spain, Argentina, England. Come on.
I didn't have Spain in there.
Germany.
I didn't have. How about Italy? They've missed the World Cup 3 straight times now. It's kind of crazy.
Figure it out.
Window World, though, baby. Ask your sales rep today about products that Window World sells that are compliant with the current Energy Star standards.
Dude,
save
these
some
windows
money.
In this house are way better than mine at home. I need new windows, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's getting hot here. It's getting hot, and I need to seal the deal. I need to seal down my house. Seal it down.
If you have any questions or would like a free in-home estimate, give them a call, 800-GET-WINDOWS, or find them online. WindowWorldSt.Louis.com. Window World, baby. JB and Company, what up? They'll be watching the draft this coming weekend.
Let's go.
They'll be watching the draft. Blue Note Roofing. Call David Novak today. He's watching it also. We were talking about the weather. You should talk weather with David, man, because like they got everybody alarmed. Cam sending me text messages about how bad the weather is going to be, all this hail, and nothing really happened the other day.
Dude, listen to your ignorance. Look at the news. It didn't hit you. It hit all these other places. Look at the freaking tornadoes that just missed St. Louis and rocked Illinois. EF4s, EF3s, rocking towns, killing people. Don't say shit unless you actually know what the fuck's going on. Just because it's your little poor Ladue bubble didn't hit you, it hit so many other places. So you can't just say that.
Okay.
God.
Gosh,
it didn't hit me. Everything's good. No, it hit 2 miles that way.
Well, talk to David Novak about weather because he knows it all.
I will.
314-920-5713. 314-920-5713. Gutters, soffit, fascia.
I should
take care of it. Roofing. Get your new roof and get it from Blue Note Roofing, the best in the business. The best is David Novak with Blue Note Roofing.
Damn right.
Spas and More. Who puts the I in spa?
Spas and More, baby, what's up? What's up, what's up, what's up? Angie, what's up, girl? I love my Swana. I love my Swana. 4 times a week I'm doing that son bitch. 30 minutes, 155 degrees, crushing water, and they're like, what? Yeah. Shoot my ass off, baby.
You're just doing it for 40 minutes? I mean, for 4 days a week?
Yeah, that's a lot, dude. Where's your job?
You shouldn't do like 6 or 7 days a week. Because I'm going in my hot tub.
I do my homework on things like this, Andy, and it tells you what to do.
Okay.
And you build up. I did it 3 times a week. Now I'm doing it 4 times a week. Mm-hmm. It rocks you. Okay. So if you're not used to it, you build up. You don't just go for fucking. It's like tanning. You don't go for fucking 30 minutes tanning your first time when you're pale.
You don't.
You gotta build it up. Build it up.
Did you go tanning before you went on vacation?
No, I used to do that.
Did you?
I used to go tanning all the time.
Get your base, baby.
I would get a base. When I used to go on those yacht trips and stuff, I just want a base so I don't torture myself. Now I don't give a
Okay. That's not good for you, though.
It's not. It's terrible. And it's expensive. And I look like a weirdo. I would always make Kate go with me because she would go too. Because I'm not walking to a tanning salon and talking to a 15-year-old girl as a 40-year-old.
Oh, my God.
So
I had a friend in high school who had one in their house.
Yeah.
Their mom looked like Tan Mom. She looked like Chris Chelios.
But okay, the sauna's not a tanning salon, dude. This thing actually makes you look good.
I know. I'm talking about a tanning bed. They had a tanning bed in their house.
Stupid tanning
bed.
Get
the sauna. I love my hot tub. I'm going in 5-6 days a week, Kim, at least.
Did you find that little snaky?
No. And Praveen and his wife, she was getting her hair done in her backyard the other day. And some woman had a very long.
Say that again. Say it again.
Praveen's wife was getting her hair done in the backyard. There must have been a holiday for them yesterday. They had 80 cars over, but they're combing their hair with some I don't even know what kind of brush this was, man. It was like a garden tool.
Try getting lice out of it.
And she says, have you seen any white snakes? Again, this is the second time they brought up the white snakes, and I think they're coming from the okra garden.
It's white snake. Jesus Christ. Listen, if he's from India, dude, he's seen all kinds of shit.
He's seen all day, and same with her.
Just so you know, India has the fucking scariest goddamn things going. They got cobras.
Dude, in your backyard?
They got actually predators that want to kill people.
In your backyard, they have cobras.
There's only 5 really animals that really hunt humans. And a tiger is one of them.
Wow. Spas and more. Get your hot tub, get your sauna, get your cold plunge, and get the best customer service with Angie Hess.
It's my girl right there.
Spas and More STL. That's the Instagram account. Follow it. You can check out their website as well and get the order. They are the number one. They are the leader in spas in the entire region. They're incredible, man. We love everything they do over there at Spas and More.
They got it all. She sells them like hotcakes.
Cam, Easy Tiger Cannabis. You talk about top shelf. What's better than Easy Tiger Cannabis? Not much.
Not much.
Are you getting your mind right out there?
I lost one of my vape pens in the house.
Oh God, the niece is gonna find it. Just so you know, and she may have. How old are the nieces and nephews?
Dude, I got to find this thing.
How old are they?
12 and 15.
Oh, the 15-year-old has it. I mean, she stole it.
I'm thinking that I'm missing it.
Oh my God.
And I do lose it a lot because they fall out of my pocket.
Does Kate know?
Yeah. Well, I've been looking everywhere.
Dude.
That's irresponsible on my part. That's why I don't
Very
have children.
irresponsible.
That's why I don't have children. That kind of stuff.
I'm dealing with
You'd
something
have a field day.
similar
Kids
because
would have a field day at my house.
my lease is up in my car. I got to go get a new, and I can't find my other key.
No. That's what we're talking about. Andy thinks that
Cam's searching for his vape pen. I'm looking for my key.
Yeah, dude, I lost it in front of children.
Oh my God.
That's like you lost your car key.
EasyTigerAZ.com. Go to Easy Tiger and go there today, baby. Easy Tiger. Best selection of flower. They've got vape pens. You need an extra one, Cam. It's that easy. You go to EasyTigerAZ.com. You know how easy that is.
We got 4 of them.
Great apparel. Everything's cultivated at the highest level. Pure, organic, beautiful, beautiful flower. And you can find that with Easy Tiger AZ. All right, Scotty Wedgewood, baby. Wedgie. He's on this edition of the Cam and Strick podcast, presented by Stiefel, baby. Enjoy this.
Let's go.
The Cam and Strick podcast is brought to you by First Form, baby. Use our link and do it today. www.firstform.com/camandstrick.
Get jacked now. They are the real deal.
Get that protein, check out the apparel, eat those bars, and drink those energy drinks. Firstform.com/camandstrick.
Yeah.
Now on to the interview. Go ahead. This is going to be your boot camp. This is 101 for you. Don't let them try to talk you into broadcasting just yet. You got a lot of hockey left.
You got hockey left.
Okay.
Homie. You're just getting started.
You got a lot of hockey left. And now they're
What's
opening
the
up.
record for a goalie? Anderson, 42. Do I got to break that?
Yeah.
What are you at now? 33?
Oh, yeah. I'll be 34 next month or August, whatever that is.
You're
Month and
just
a half.
entering your prime is
Yeah.
what you're doing. You're just you're playing your best hockey ever, man. You feel good? Your body feel good?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the only thing that screwed me up was when I got traded to the Avs. I work out at, like, usually every time I don't play, and we got some boys that move some weight around, as everybody knows. And I think the way I envisioned it was I was doing I do like a trap bar, like a belt squat. We'll rotate those, but I was doing trap bar, and I went and do 2 exercises, and I came back, and everyone's like mid warm up, and I was just doing like I don't even know, call it 300 pounds, 315, like nothing crazy. And some of the guys like to rip, like McKinnon will do like 525, like short squat, little pops and stuff. It's a stupid amount of weight. So I think somebody had gone to 375, 400 pounds, and I went to pick it up, and I just didn't even look. And then I like popped my low back, and I think I missed like 2 weeks there. And then so that was like the first year. Then this season I did it again, just not even heavy, like same thing, just touching that trap bar. So I think trap bar is out of
Hey, come on. I'm your agent. Done. You're done with that.
That's what got Chief too. You see his face after the trap bar like fell and hit him in the head. The coach of the Maple Leafs, former coach of the Maple Leafs. Remember his face was all cut up?
Yeah, I never heard what he did. Was it like a barbell or what was he doing?
Trap. It was like a trap bar. Something like it
he
fell and
was
hit him in the
overhead?
head. Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if he had one of those ones that are like open-ended so that it swivels or something, and it just probably.
Maybe.
Dude, that would have killed you, Wedgie, if that would have happened to you. Good thing it was Craig Berube.
It would have killed me. You're not wrong.
Killed you.
Damn.
Oh, man,
Hey, one time I popped my back in the gym too, a long time ago. Cam was actually there, and he's like, I couldn't move. I don't know what. I picked up like a barbell.
No, you picked up a weight,
and he's
for
like,
the first time.
He's like threw me on the ground. He's like, get on the ground, get on the ground.
I saved
like
your life.
My back was hurt. He starts like stepping on my back.
I saved your hockey career, Andy.
Don't be a trainer. Don't be a trainer.
Jesus.
Yeah.
How's life, man? Where were you on vacation?
Actually wasn't. I'm actually in a whirlwind of moving. So we did a renovation on our house in Michigan, and then we got dogs. So the house isn't ready till like the end of the month. So I pretty much the best way to describe it is I took dogs in a trailer home with like my just towed one, dropped the dogs with a neighbor, did a little contractor walkthrough, flew back, and now we're packing up our actual like main house. We'll ship that on Monday, and then we'll fly to Florida for 6 nights. Fly to Toronto because after I went to Michigan, I drove to Toronto, leave my car there. We'll do some family visits because I don't want to go back and forth once we get home, and then we'll drive back to Michigan and meet all the furniture. So just been a time killer here at the end of the year. I'm just kind of in between on everything, which is a little annoying, but we got next week. I'll have some Florida time, which will be nice.
Well, I'll be down there too, man. Hook me up. Shit, I'll meet up with you. We'll party a little bit.
He's not going to where you're going.
No, he's going down south.
Where are you going?
It's called the Boca Raton.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah. I'm going to
nice.
Rosemary.
Okay, yeah.
Camp's gonna be with
his
his in-laws.
Awesome.
I'm going to be with my in-laws in a house. Just so you know, Wedgie. So I might need you.
Hey,
Come get me.
Get a prop plane and parachute in.
Come get me, please.
So so that's where you're from? You're from Toronto?
Yeah, we're Brampton, Ontario born. My wife's other side, up by Uxbridge. If you not really many people know where that is, but yeah. And then I played for the Whalers, as you guys know probably. And then I trained there once my gym kind of ended. Everyone went to Toronto, and I don't know. I just love it. We got green cards now, so it's like close enough for everyone to drive 3.5 hours. Like you're outside of that, everybody loves Raymond Circle, so people got to spend the night. But no, it's been good.
Yeah, man. Hey, God, you've been through so much, dude. Like you've been through so much, so many ups and downs, and trades and really all this stuff. Like, was there any time where you're like, God damn, I'm done? Have you had that thought, or were you just like, no, I'm just gonna keep going?
I don't know if I was done, but I thought I might have been done in North America before the bubble. Like that year, like I had bounced around, kind of had. It was just like, I always thought I always think, anybody, you always think you're good enough. Like it was never a question of that. I just never like kind of felt like it was like, you're the guy that people are making room for or giving a chance to. It was always like every team I was on, it was always like, all right, we got this prospect. And like, and I kind of, like you guys said, like, I'm nice. I don't cause any problems. I'm coming to work every day. I got a good attitude. So it was never like, we need to cater to you. It's always like, it was kind of funny, like throughout the year, like, my goalie coaches would come up to me and be like, hey, Wedgie, morning. Like, how's your partner doing? And I'm like, I'm good, dude. Like,
how's your partner doing? That's what they ask you?
Jeez.
All the time I'll get stuff with just like, and it was young kids. And I was obviously been around the American League and stuff. And it was just like, is his attitude good? He played last game, didn't do well. If you talked to him, it was just kind of like I was the middleman for a lot of it.
Oh,
and I don't know if that happened the other way, if they'd be like, hey, like, partner, like whoever the partner was, is Wedgie doing good? But it just never felt a lot of that. But that Syracuse year, it just kind of was like, I've been up, but I've been down. I tried, playing manager and go like, all right, let's go to Tampa Bay. Like I love McElhenney, but I'm like, he was older. So I'm like, maybe he'll, not hope for an injury, but maybe I'll get a job. Or I went to Buffalo and it was Carter Hutton's first starting role and Allmark was just getting up. And I'm like, maybe there's an up, and you're just playing. And then it was like, I think Florida might've been in the conversation, and they had, obviously, I think at that time, might have been Luongo's last couple of years or whatever, but then an injury happened and Michael Hutchinson played like 30 games. And I'm sitting there like, damn, it was the wrong choice. I could have had a chance to play in the NHL. And it was just kind of those like waiting for a break. But that Syracuse year, and then the bubble happened, and it was almost like, a new fire got lit, like that Franz John goalie coach. I don't know if you guys know much about his story, but with Bazzi, just worked me to the bone. And it was like the coolest experience in the sense, obviously we won, but it was like 70 days of like a boot camp with him. And it was just like, this is my playbook. This is how we're playing. All the aces, like Braden Coburn, and like Matthew Joseph, Volkov, like whoever was Paquette, who wasn't in the lineup, it was 7 of them. And it was just like 3-4 shot packages for like 45 minutes every day. And like Stammer would come out, rip 1-tees, step on the ice, and it'd be like power play. Bazzi's gone. Mackley doesn't want it. 5-on-3, Cooch, Stammer, Hedman. It was just get in there. But he was unbelievable. And then Clemson kind of saved me going back to Jersey. He kind of just said, hey, like, I'll put my name on your back, like come back and see what happens. And then oddly enough, Corey Crawford just retired and I was in the NHL. That was it.
How is your relationship with your goalie coaches? I mean, they're all different in different ways. Like, are you set in stone on what you want to do? Are you free? Like, hey, tell me. Well, I'm up for anything. Like, how does that go down?
It's been different as I've gotten older and like now a little bit more established NHL, obviously. But like the American League, it was tough at times because like you have to balance that. Like I'm already further along than you ever were, but they're your coach. And like sometimes they're not as old, like they're kind of close, but it was just like, they the American League, like they run those guys to the ground. Like I had Joe Palmer in Syracuse, and they had a full French coaching staff, and he was the whipping boy. He was a video coach. He was a goalie coach. He was like moving all the everything around. And it was like, hey, we got like 10 minutes of goalie time. Let's go out there. And then you try and like talk to them about goaltending. I'm like, actually, I view that differently, but it wasn't ever like, motherfucking each other. It was more just kind of, different approaches. And then you get to, Franz Johns, and he was like, here's a playbook, like pucks below the bottom of the circle, you're in the reverse. And I'm like, I've never gone to that position unless it's a wraparound. Like, I don't like it. So then as I signed with Tampa and he sent that book, I literally went and started skating with Manny Legacy because he had Bobrovsky in Columbus, and was like, hey, I got to learn the reverse here. I'm going to go into camp and they're going to hate me. So there's like a little bit of that. But then like Jeff Reese, love him. He's like the most positive, like pat you on the back. Anytime there's a bad goal, it's never like a bad goal for him. It's just like he has a way to be like your confidence is sky high. And then UC Parkville here in Colorado, like he's kind of a mix of like all of them. Like he's been teaching simple stuff. Like if you watch, Jonathan Quick was kind of like my own kind of player profile, like come across, get aggressive, attack the guy. And he'd be like, you can do that, but now the second shot's in the back of your net because you're 5 feet and then the bottom of the circle.
Yeah.
And it was all that stuff like, hey, let's get there, be as fast as you want to be, but then just stop. That's all I want you to do is stop this year. No crazy. And I'm like, watching clips and I'm not on my back anymore. I'm not swimming as much. Like they still happen because it's the position. But I think that is like the evolution. Now I go in and be, all right, this is my game plan. I don't want to get super aggressive. I'm a good skater, but I don't want to be on my knees and just waiting because I hate that. So it's been, kind of good and on the lines. You learn something new with each of them, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, man.
Listen, man, it's like it's tough understanding goaltending. Like especially if you never played goalie. It's like you see Brandon Busty all of a sudden get a chance and like this guy wins the Stanley Cup. I mean, everyone knows Vasilevsky, they know Bob, they know Sorokin, they know Shesterkin, they know but it's like there's so many good goalies out there, like they're just waiting for an opportunity. Like we saw that with Bennington several years ago. There's all these guys, Dan Vladar, like all these guys coming out of nowhere from a big picture standpoint, but they've been really good for a long time. So like, what is it about goaltending? Just waiting for that opportunity to kind of prove that you belong and that you can play.
Well, I think now, like, through my era, right? Like how long did Luongo, Broder, Waugh, Osgood, these guys just keep their net and never move? Like, they didn't get hurt a ton. Like the game's changed. Like now, I love Demko, but like he's always got these hips, and it's like, there's 5 goalies in Vancouver over the last 5 years that have gotten opportunities. And it's like, Broder, when I got drafted, like then they got Schneider, and I was just like 7 years before I got a game. Yeah. And you were there. Were you there for my debut at 16?
16, no, but I was with you, I think 14, 13, 15, maybe.
Yeah, a couple sooner than that. But it was just like, down there you play well, American League numbers were good, all that stuff. And it was just like next contract was there and you just weren't beating them out. And like you can say that about like right now with Trent Miner. Like Trent Miner was unbelievable in the Eagles in the playoffs. He came up, played like 3 amazing games for us when me and Blackie were kind of just, carrying the mail when the other one was out. And it's like that guy gets a chance, like all of a sudden people go, oh, where'd he come from? It's like, well, he's been kind of dominating, but there's nowhere to go. Like these Toronto with that trade with Woll the other day, like they literally just said Hildaby played well enough. And then this kid that's playing in the Calder Cup right now, they're like, he's also looks good. So like, and it's just, I think probably a little bit more injuries happen now. But like any third, like that's what my thought was the whole time, like Syracuse, like you call yourself to make yourself feel better, like a luxury 3. A really good American League goalie probably shouldn't be there. You haven't really tipped the scale in your favor for NHL play. But if they need you for 2 weeks, like they're laughing. So then all of a sudden these guys get opportunities. Mine was years ago, but like even Bussy, like his story, like he had played really well and teams were like, we could use you, but we got contracts, safety net, shit, we need you. And all of a sudden he pops off and proves it.
I know it's crazy because like you mentioned Carter Hutton, like he was unbelievable here in St. Louis. Like he never really got that type of opportunity. Like the Blues had a third goaltender this year. Like he wasn't even like he went to the 3rd round of the American League, but he wasn't even in the lineup when the playoffs began. Like he was the 3rd goalie, and all of a sudden this Romanov kid like just takes off. Yep. Like was unbelievable. Then now they re-signed him, and he's their 3rd goalie in the organization now. You know what I mean?
It's crazy. Well, I mean, like you even look at Hutton's situation, right? He gets paid to go to Buffalo to be a starter, and he's on a tough team. But they were a tough team, but it was a team that had an opportunity. And like I've talked to him a good amount. Like he's awesome, and it's like, this situation with me this year, like I don't sign at all, and I wait. It's like Scott Wedgewood, led the league in GA and save percentage. Somebody probably would have paid to get me, and you're in that situation where it's like, the teams that are paying to get you are going to give up more than the Colorado Avalanche are going to give up more, and you're going to have to obviously really push that ceiling to earn that. Or you don't know how it's going to go. I could go there and pop off and be the same thing, but you got to give credit to also our team. Like it's not just like you don't never get a grade A scoring chance. Like I had to make saves and do my job. Like I'm not going to take away all my credit, but at the same time, you go and play for the bottom of the league and scoring chances against, you're going to get scored on. You've got Carey Price with his numbers with those years of Montreal's team, and go put him on like a Jersey who just shut down teams. Like what could he have been? what could all these? You're product of situation as much as you are talent, and it's you got all these goalies, and everyone gets like now that goal saved above expected is what everyone's caring about. But I also fight that down, because if you give up 30 shots a night from the point and 12 from inside the hash marks, it's the same value because they're all worth a decibel point, like 0.3 from the hash marks or 0.1 from the point. Give me, whatever the number is, 12-1, or I guess 10-1, and you're over time, it's what your team gives up. So it's just like
Cam's trying to do the math.
I'm trying to do it
right now.
Wedgie, I'm trying to do the math right now. But I get what you're saying. But like being a backup like that though, and I remember sitting games out so much, man. And like I love my teammates, but when I'm watching from above or wherever, like it's just like you got to root for yourself. So you don't want the guy that took your fucking spot to go get the puck off the wall perfectly every goddamn time and then sneak a couple goals in, and you're like, Jesus Christ.
And then knock somebody out.
And then you got to be like this, good job, I love you. Although you just fucked my, my career over. Like, how is that? Just like maintaining that mentally, trying to be the nice guy in the locker room. In reality, though, you're thinking about yourself, too.
Well, yeah, you can take that to so many degrees. Like you get asked questions in the media, like this whole Dylan Larkin situation. Well, 2 months ago, he said he loves it here. Well, he's not going to come out and say, I fucking hate it. Like,
exactly.
Like think it through. Like, that's what drives me nuts with all these media questions. It's just like, yeah, we're not going to just come out with what we're thinking behind the doors. Like, if we could say what we wanted to say, it would be chaos every day. Like, there wouldn't be any point to have media.
How great would that league be if everyone was just honest every day? It's like when Marty Brodeur came and you had Jake Allen and Brian Elliott, and they're like, it's great to have a legendary goalie here. It's like, hey, but somebody's not playing. So, like, what's this guy doing here?
Yeah. But yeah. To that point, like, I want to be in the net 82 times. Every goalie wants to be in the net 82 times. But I think the hardest part for me over this course has just been like, I wasn't in the league as that. So how can I be in the league? And that was, switching to a backup mentality. It was like, you're not going to be in the league. You can go to Europe and play 60 games, or you can come over here in Dallas, get behind Jake Ottinger, play 25 to 30, depending how the year goes, be in the NHL, live it up, make $1 million a year. I mean, that was, no brainer for anyone in that situation. And then once you're in that role, now it's been the opportunity to be like, okay, he might get hurt. I might play 10 or 12 in a row. And then another team might call and the situation changes. And all of a sudden you get here, Blackwood goes down and the door opens and you prove everybody what you've thought for years, but it took you a while to kind of get that going. But no, to your point, like, this lumberyard thing with Blackie and I here, it's like, we legit both care. Like, we want to win. He wants to play. I want to play. We understand it. But at the same time, it's been a little bit of that, probably more beneficial to me than to him, that I'm playing more. Because obviously for him, he's got that pedigree and wants to be the 50-50 game guy, where I'm like going from 25 to 40. Like, yeah, no shit, I'm going to take it. Like, that's obviously the truth behind it. But at the same time, he's been awesome in the sense that, like, he's gone through some stuff. He had some injuries. And then me being able to play and keep the team top of the league while he's been out, like, he's like, okay, now I don't have to rush this back and go. But yeah, I mean, any game, like the last couple of years in the playoffs, and I've been sitting there and you get knocked down, you're like, you cheer for your team like anybody, but you're like, fuck, could I have helped? Would have been different? Maybe not. Like, if you give Blackie and I 100% best game versus best game, I'm picking him too. He's 6'4", athletic as shit, like unbelievable technically. I'm not going to say I'm terrible, but like, I'm picking that guy too. And it was just a tough year for him with injuries and stuff like that. But you got to, if you get to the top, you think Bussy didn't want to play that whole time, and all of a sudden Anderson goes down. It's like, I get a chance. And you don't think Anderson's like, well, since I'm hurt and I can't play, like, let's not win the Stanley Cup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know, but Aiden Hill's like, I did win the cup, and like, but like Carter Hart, hey, come on, Carter, keep playing well so I don't play. He wants to get in there.
Although
too.
he wasn't, and he still wasn't playing.
I
So
know,
it's a big deal.
because like you brought up an interesting point, because you're saying, yeah, you could sign, like, if you go play for a lesser team and you're obviously going to, face more high danger chances, your stats probably aren't going to look as impressive. You go to Colorado, you're leading the league in save percentage and goals against average. Like how should we look at goaltending performance? Like, Bussy, he was great, but he's also playing behind a unbelievable team that is fully committed. They're all in. They play unbelievable team defense. So, like, how do we judge goaltending nowadays? Like, Shesterkin's great, but his team wasn't that good in front of him this year. So does that mean he's no longer the best goalie in the league? Like, it's hard to really evaluate goaltenders because so much of it is dependent on who's around you.
Well, like I think the analytics side of it is like almost like I saw it on like an ESPN ticker on like they're talking about it's like analytics are like a lamppost to dunk on somebody or like whatever the category was, but you can prove your point in any analytical way you want. Like, oh, we don't give up high danger scoring chances, so our goalie should be best in the league. Yeah, but you also give up the most screens because you're packed in the house. So now
Yeah.
all these shots from the top of the circle are way more dangerous for me than if nobody was there. Like, coming on practice, how many times do you score on me from the top of the circle? Put four guys box each other out, and all of a sudden you're shooting low blocker. It's straight in because I can't see anything. So it's like, I think Steve Valiquette has like an analytical thing of like, I'll make fun of you here, Cam, but if you come in and take a one-timer off the right circle or Ovi's taking a one-timer from the right circle, those are valued the same.
They should
How's
be.
your-
I know. I know.
You like that, Andy?
But you know what? It's funny because I work with Bernie Federico. He's a Hall of Fame player, been an analyst here in St. Louis for a long time. And he always talks about that. He's like, they call it a high danger chance, but it could be Cam or it could be Ryan O'Reilly.
It could be you.
You know what I'm saying?
Missing the puck, not even hitting the
we're
fucking
picking
puck.
you know what I mean? So it's like
we
we judge a high danger chance the same way with a all-star player as a guy who, isn't typically in that situation. Maybe a little more nervous in that situation and doesn't have as much composure or
doesn't shoot the
scoring
puck
touch,
as good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I think that eye test always kind of comes back to like, okay, analytically, like Logan Thompson this year's best goal saver above expected all season. But I don't know. Let's break that down. Did he get, 28 average shots a game and 4 were inside the hash marks or were 8 inside the hash marks? Like, so if he gets 28 a game and, say, Vazzy who won it, like obviously hell of a season, but does he get 15 from inside the hash marks but he gets scored on 2 more times, but he made 12 10 bell saves to that, 6 that Thompson did. So it's like you have to go into such a deep thing, but I just think like, you're going to give up shots. The game is the way it is. You're going to give up shots, chances, but how much east-west denial do you do? Where are the shots coming from? Are they all one-timers back door? Are they sifting point shots with Vegas boxing out in a layered D zone and you're just catching muffins? Like but you give up 40 of them to 12 shots against Carolina, but they give up 3 breakaways. Yeah. That's the same goal saved above expected number on 28 different or 18 different shots. So that's where I just feel like you come into, what does the guy give you? Does he give you a big save when he's only had 12 shots all night like Bussy did? He's sitting there. They get a breakdown. He comes across, makes a 10 bell save. He's still in it. Or is he giving up a muffin because you gave up 30 all game long, but 2 go in, no screen from the point because he's just, fatigued or whatever the case may be. Like
that's like Carter Hart, man. He made some great saves, but he saw a lot of volume, So like some of the goals, maybe people were critical of it. Bussy comes off the bench after not playing for several weeks, and he's got to stop a penalty shot from Mitch Marner, who's feeling it. You know what I mean? Like
as a team, it's like crap. This guy's locked in. We don't care. Let's keep rolling. But if he gives up 2 in the first 5 shots and he looks nervous and he loses his net and they just randomly score from the blue line with no traffic, it deflates you. So it's like there's a lot to the goaltending position, which I find is one, just like a calming presence. Like if you can show up and like you look at me and I'm freaking shaky and it's like it doesn't feel good, or like the first shot of the game it blows up and then you're diving across the net, you're like, oh shit, we're in one. Or if you got Carey Price 2-on-1, slides across, one-timer into his stomach, doesn't even blink, you're like, all right, he's ready. As a player, I'm sure you guys felt that way a lot of different nights.
Yeah. Did you feel that way, Andy?
Yeah, still do. Hey, how old were you when you signed your first one-way? Like how many years into, like, was it just a couple years ago?
It wasn't until Dallas, whatever that was. It was when I got traded from Arizona. I think it was like the 22 summer, 23, 22,
yeah, because
23
you signed
season.
a ton of like two-ways.
Yep.
You're constantly having to prove yourself.
Yep.
Did you feel like when you got to Colorado, were you established yet? You still feel like, hey, I still got to prove myself.
Still got to prove myself tomorrow, man.
I mean, tomorrow you do. Like, I mean, it's like even during the season, like I remember when we were in Colorado and talking to some of the guys there, like they were like, yeah, it sounds like Wedgewood's going to be the guy when the playoffs begin and whatever. But it was still like, you had 2 guys. No one really knew how to read into the goaltending with Colorado because your team was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Historic numbers in terms of how good you guys were. So playing with that team versus other experiences you've had in the National Hockey League, like how different is it playing with a group like Colorado being as good as they are?
Well, it comes down to kind of summarizing my points, right? Like I played for Arizona, and you'd play the Leafs. They'd have a home game in Arizona with the way their fans traveled compared to what we had with
Have
Coyotes.
5,000
And,
fans.
and you'd get outshot 45-22, and you'd give up, 2 power play goals, a breakaway, and whatever. And you'd walk out of there like, shit, we lost 5-2 or 5-1. But I'm like, kind of back of my head, like, actually, a sick game. Like,
Yeah.
and like, like there's those nights where it's like I feel terrible and I had a shutout. Like you're like I come home and I'll say like my wife, like, congrats, that was awesome. Like, I honestly was terrible all night. I couldn't see a puck. Rebounds were awful. She's like, but what do you mean? You had 28 saves, you won 2-1. I'm like, no, like I was struggling to do anything. And like there's that side of it, but I think like it just comes down to quality of chances, obviously, as a big factor. But then you also like your lineup, like you put that Arizona team on the ice. It was the only team gave me a chance. I'm never gonna say no, but it's like we went into games like, let's not give up 4. Let's play shutdown defense. Let's try here. Like you're a rebuilding team. You're trying to figure it out. Everyone's coming and going. There's no real like direction yet. And then you get to Colorado, and it was like, if we don't win by 6, we suck. Yeah. And it's like it's like if we give up a breakaway, like what are we doing? And it's like that standard was night and day, just because they're expecting themselves to win every night. And then as a goalie, you stand and you look at the lineup, right? You got McKinnon, Natchez, Chuskin, Landeskog, all these guys, and you're like, frick, like all these guys can move between the top 2 lines of the lineup. Like I expect this team to go up against whatever team and win. It's National Hockey League. Anyone can win in any given night. But it just, that confidence level of like what can happen today is completely different than when you're got 12 wins on the season through November compared to having 12 in October.
Yeah. What pisses you off the most as a goalie? When your team lets up breakaways, is it the guy on the post all by himself in the back door that gets that back door
Goes off his shin pad?
Is it a mistake from the D? Is it not communicate? Like what drives you nuts? Where you kind of look at the guys like, let's go. Like, is there
not
anything
back checking, picking up the third guy?
Exactly. Like, what is it?
I feel like pisses me off the most. I mean, I've always kind of had that mentality as like, pro me is like, if all 5 of our guys fall and they pull the goalie, it's 6-0, it's like rebound, like it still stays under my net. Like, you try and be a hero. But I think like the hardest thing to me is when like you have a game plan, like say we're a 2-on-1 slide team. So the D-man's going to stay up the strong side post and slide. And you're anticipating that. So like, okay, if this guy gets, further east-west on me and we slide, I have to play a backdoor tight, close redirect. And then he doesn't slide and he slips it through his legs and it goes like back door. And then it's like, but like our plan is to slide, or our plan is to just give me the shot and all of a sudden you jump over, I lock in, he feeds it back door and I'm standing there like an absolute idiot. I'm like, if I knew you were going to come, I'd get flow and so it's like that miscommunication, which I'm sure is the same thing with like a 2-on-1 as like, you two going down. You're like, hey, like if I'm on my strong side, feed it to me. I'm taking a 1-timer. And then you wait, don't feed it to him, throw a shitty pass. You're like, dude, like just give me the 1-timer at the top of the circle. Like, you're just that miscommunication. But in the D zone, it's tough because it's like you're taking care of your guy and I'm taking care of 5. So if you're not doing your job, now I feel that pressure of a guy coming. So then I sink, but then you run over there, then your guy's wide open. It's just like that. It's when you try and do too much where you're trying to help, but like, you get a guy like a turnover puck and it's like me versus him, and you have your guy in his passing lane. Like, shit, this guy's in the hash mark, and you just jump and then he just passes. And I'm like, I had that guy. Like, just stay, but everyone wants to help. But it's like, if you just take away that pass, this is me in a breakaway from inside the hash mark in D zone coverage, who cares? But if you then run and put your stick to the inside and he passes to that guy, like, just give him a goal. So
were you surprised by all the breakaways in the Stanley Cup final? Like, that's got to be annoying for a goalie.
Like Mark Stone gets
breakaway every other shift. It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah, but I think that's style of play, right? Like they're a man-on-man team, and then they're high gun-ho in the offense. And then Vegas says, I'm a layer. We're going to block shots, and as soon as we block a shot, we're gone. Whoa. So as soon as you shoot it past them, and Stone turns, and Shea Theodore is playing goalie at the hash marks, he takes off. And then you got an offensive team who's playing an umbrella, so 2 guys are down the wall, and they just shot from the middle, and they already have a step on you on the top of the circle. Theodore blocked it. Now I beat whoever. I got 2 feet on him. You're not catching anybody in this league with 2 feet, even if it's Stone, who everyone gives crap about skating. But he's smart. As soon as that shot gets by him, he looks. He's like, all right,
gone.
that's hitting Theodore or McNabb or whoever.
Yes.
I don't have to stay. I'm gone. And that's how they played that series. That's how they played against us. Every shot we took, if you look at video, they had 5 guys inside the hash marks. So try and find a clip where it wasn't 2-on-5 or 1-on-3 trying to get a rebound on net. And then if they did block it and we're doing our, our awesome, 3-high rotation trying to break you down, it was just hard to get grade A's. And as soon as they broke it, 3 guys took off. And then if their 4th man beat you up the ice, now you got 4-on-2, 4-on-3, and they're a good enough team to play that way. And that's where that layer is just, it's tough to get stuff if you play it well. And they played it unbelievable against us. It was every clip we had, and like just looking at stuff, trying to break down, like, how can we get more grade A's? It was just like, there's 5 guys inside the circle.
I know.
Or inside the hash marks.
That's how the Blackhawks used to play like that, man. Patrick Kane, Patrick Sharp, these guys would always just take off.
Breakaway.
Just blow the zone. They're always getting breakaways. When you guys lost to Vegas, like, was it complete shock? Like, you guys had so much success, little adversity. Maybe you had more than people realize. You can tell us. But, like, what was it like when you lose in 4 straight, like, to Colorado or to Vegas? It shocked the entire hockey world. No one saw that coming. And why did it happen? I mean, injuries had to have been such a major part of it, man. You lose Cale Makar, like, he's everything. Like, he does everything. So break it down for us.
Honestly, like, one, it's as a group, right? Like, you want to, like, Brett Burns, want to play for Brett Burns. Nelly's late into his career. Like, there's all that gung-ho. You want to play for yourself. I want to play for every party I missed, every nephew's birthday, like all that stuff. Everyone has their reasons, right? You have your why. And then you look at the team around you and like we're nasty. Like, everyone thought all year long, this is a team to beat, this team to beat. And then, I don't even think it was like, it wasn't obviously, 6-2 shit, we can't touch this team. It was just, for whatever reason, it every time that, our biggest mistake happened, it burned us. I make a mistake on Eichel's goal, posted in, and all of a sudden they come down and go pipe in 2 minutes later, all of a sudden you lose the game. And it's just like that minor thing, if it's me, if it's the next guy, but it was just at the wrong time for my analysis on it. Like, every time that happened, it was late in the game while they were already suffocating us and we were holding on. And it just kind of took the wind out of your sails in the sense, like, okay, like, gung-ho, we got 4 minutes tied up, like, put everything you got into it. But we just couldn't find a way to put them, and even when we went up 3-0, all of a sudden second period came out, and then in 5 minutes, a tie game. You're just like, shit, like, this is the one we thought we had. And like, you don't change your mind in that. Like, after the fact, this is all like reflection thought. Like, in the moment, it's like, I don't care. Next shot, let's go. Like, the whole bench was that way. The team was that way. But like, looking back on it, like, we didn't lose 4 games in a row all year. I don't think, anyway. Like, I don't even know if we lost 3 in a row all year.
No way.
I don't think you did.
But even against LA, like the first round, like, everyone just expects you guys swept them. But the first couple of games, they were close. People just expect you to show up and just blow everybody out of the water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know if you guys feel that pressure or not.
No, I think, there's pressure in just what's at stake in the games. Like, everybody kind of knows. But yeah, there was no, like, everything we did, if you look, you want to go back to analytics, like, we doubled them up in everything, doubled them up in inner slot chances, and they play a layer, doubled them up in zone time, doubled them up in rush chances, doubled them up. And then it was just, for whatever reason, they found a way to get pucks past me and Blackie, and we couldn't. And I don't know if it was just, snake bend at the wrong time, guys fighting stuff at the wrong time. Everybody, obviously, through playoffs, gets banged up, and there's some that are worse than wear. But yeah, it just, I don't know, it still pisses me off, pisses everybody off. But it's just like, if I would have lost in 7, shit, hard fought series, we had a game, we had a chance, go back to game 3, could have won it, blah, blah, blah. But like, losing in 4, you're just like, want to go into one of those break rooms, just beat the shit out of everything. Like, it just, I don't know, it still aches, and it's hard to put like a reason, because it wasn't like we didn't play well. It just, we couldn't find a way to win hockey.
So how was the media in Denver after that you lose? Like, you walking around town and people are like, God damn it, Wedgie, what's up with McKinnon? McCarr should have done it. Like, are people just like, we're okay, we're going to get it next year? Like, how's the, not just the media, but the fans, anybody that's kind of, you see out and about in Denver?
Yeah, it hasn't been anything like that. Like, the people that I have seen, everyone's huge Avs fans, they just want to say hi to you. Like, it's actually been a very respectful hockey town. oddly enough. Like you get past people like, oh shit, Wedgie, like, good luck. And it's just like, all right, randomly walking into like a grocery store or something. Like it's kind of surprising that way, where I feel for like these Toronto and situational guys. Like when I lived in Dallas and like you'd see a Dallas Cowboy, I'm like, dude, I don't wish that on my worst enemy. Like you can't even move. Like, but no, they're really good. I think, I try and stay off Twitter just because I feel like Twitter will ruin your mood for
it'll get you
eternity. But just checking in on stuff at the end of the year and everything. And just like, obviously everyone as a fan base thought the same thing everybody else did. They should win. So why didn't they, kind of vibe. But no, like media, oddly enough, we didn't have like a media day to end it. So like, we had post-game press people in the room that talked to Landeskog, McKinnon, McCarr kind of vibes, but I didn't even interact with anybody since the season ended. And then with our GM leaving, it was kind of like, there's no media day, nothing like that. So I honestly just kind of, the game ended and I've talked to you guys. So ask me your questions.
How banged up was McCarr? Like what percentage would you put him at? Like,
yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good, but like everyone's like, playoffs, just play through it. Do what you want to do. Like, I don't think he has to go under the knife, but he probably could have chose certain things like that. But not really my place to talk about it, I guess, for how deep it was. But you feel for a guy, obviously, feel for a team and organization. Like that's, him, McKinnon, like, Netchie up front, like the guys that drive the ship and everything. And then all of a sudden he gets, and it wasn't just, the hit in Minnesota, like he was feeling it for a long time. And it was just like, you give him all the props in the world. He was battling through it for 2 rounds, and all of a sudden you get to the third, and it's just like, what can you do to a guy like other guys, like situations with guys, you got guys in freaking walking boots, and the next day they're playing a game. You're like, what are you supposed to do, like other than just grind it? And like, you guys played through it. Like you're not going to sit there and be like, oh, you know what, like my fingernail hurts, like nothing like that. It's, you put it in a skate, tape it up. If it works, I can deal it. Pop a couple pills and go. Like, I wasn't anywhere close to as bad as those guys, but
you pop a couple pills and go.
Maybe the league should use that as a slogan.
Oh,
hey,
fucking
if
great.
you're not feeling great,
Fucking
just pop a couple pills.
Snort a couple of this fucking thing.
Hey, Nathan McKinnon, who compares to him that you've played with from an intensity standpoint? Like, is he like that in practice? He's just holding everybody accountable. Like, are you walking on eggshells, or is he loosening up and like being funny behind the scenes that maybe we don't see too?
He gets a bad rep, I think, as obviously he's intense. You can't take that away from him. I don't think he'd want to take it away, but like day to day, like talking to him, like there's a completely different vibe of even like stuff. Like it's so funny because like all the time I see like, oh, you can't eat chips or Coca-Cola or whatever around McKinnon, and like I'll look at him like, dude, like Twitter told me you can't have that, and he's just like, you know what I mean? It's just like, but you got to give that guy credit. He's like, my thing that I like the most is like when I came here, it wasn't just like, I'm gonna go do this and like I'm better than you. He doesn't do it that way. He's like, hey, like I'm doing a zone 2 right after the game because recovery's better. We're better as a team the next day. All of a sudden 14 guys are doing a zone 2 right after the game. And it's not like if I don't do it, McKinnon's going to yell at me. It's like best in the world. It works. I'm going to follow suit. Like
what's a zone 2? Just so everybody knows.
It's like 120 beats per minute on your heart rate. So it's just like it moves. It's just, it's like if you're, like zone, like those Kaiser bikes, like level 12 at like 90 RPM. So I guess it's probably like a good area for that, but it's just like 10-12 minutes, like lactic acid moves, your blood moves, like it's not just like you get done, you sit down, like if anyone does a workout and you sit down like, oh, why do I don't feel good after the workout. It's like, well, you kind of have to like regulate your system and cool down, and that's just one thing. After right guys will lift, like, but it's also like, I'm watching, I'm like, like you don't roll out, like why don't you, I roll out all the time. You say, I just like to I feel like if I'm tight and powerful, rolling out like kind of works out the muscles and smooth out. I'm like, he's like, there's one thing I don't want to do. I'm like, well, completely different, because I need to feel loose and do splits and all that kind of stuff. But then he's got his own people and food and stuff, and he's got the resources, he's got the money. I'd spend it too if I had money to buy people and have a PT work on me all the time. Like I'm kind of jealous in a lot of it, honestly. Like you imagine how good you'd feel with proper preparation, and you get off the ice, get off the game, you go home, there's a guy sticking needles wherever you need to, acupuncture or whatnot, and then someone's got your food cooked for you, and away you go. Like there's there's reasons he's as good as he is, but it's
How
never,
much does that cost? For what do you like? Did you ever look into
What's a
that?
private chef?
What's
We've-
a private
We've had a
chef?
bunch of guys on here who have
Keller,
chefs.
yeah, and
Yeah.
rightfully so. But
Yeah.
like acupuncture, like to have a guy like that, like what's that costing
Yeah.
you throughout the year?
I never asked like a price wise. I even was kind of nervous to ask the guy to help me out one time. I had a neck that was stuck, and I'm like, hey, dog, can I just can I use him like for a minute, like middle of class? Use him whenever you want, like it's fine.
Oh,
But it was
really?
just like kind of like coming in, like I don't know, is he gonna hit me with like $6,000 bill to lay on this table, like But
Oh,
no,
shit.
the guy that he has is unbelievable. He's actually like super cool dude. He flies with us and stuff, but
He's on the plane with you guys?
yeah, I mean, team loves it. Like that was kind of one thing I was really impressed coming here was like, some teams like, hey, if you want outside treatment or stuff, like get it, but just keep us informed. And then like, his guys he's around the locker room and he's kind of part of the staff in a different degree. But if you guys use him and yeah, it's super helpful. Like he's just a brain to just pick through. Like, hey, if I'm feeling a little lethargic for whatever reason, we have a strength coach, this and that, and just another piece. But do you think this is working? Honestly, go that way, and you're like doing it. Thanks. Like,
So that's McKinnon's guy?
yeah.
Okay.
You guys
I've never
use him,
seen that
other guys
before.
use him.
They're going to bring Adam Oates on the plane next.
Well,
and-
no, seriously, I've
you know?
never seen that though.
I know. 'Cause
Never
most-
seen that.
A lot of teams are like, no,
we got our
we
guy.
have our guys.
Yeah.
If you want to bring them in separate, have them meet you there and whatever. But it's McKinnon, man. You got to. I love that Colorado
too.
allows that
I do too.
because
Yeah.
that's how it keeps everybody
Yep.
on the same page and
Well, Dallas went out and actually hired one, like Troy Van Buesen there. I think I said his name right, but he was like Scheffler's guy. He had his own practice, and guys would go and like see him on the outside. Like, hey, like I'm feeling a little bit more. I want a little more treatment after the rink shuts down. I'm going over to Troy's, and they literally like, asked the players, like, hey, like what do we need? And like, honestly, if we can get someone like Troy, like bring him in. And it was, they went out and paid him to get him to come, and he's kind of like, different than like your head medical. He's like the head of whatever his title is. But like, I feel like it's got to go that way because it's just so helpful. Like if you're going to spend $8 million on an asset, why can't you spend, I don't even know, $200,000 to $300,000 to go get, the guy prepping the horse? Like you're going to spend for your trainer.
I know. I see guys though. Like they'll show up on the road. There's guys that live in Toronto that work with a lot of guys in the off season. Massage guys. They'll show up on the road and hang out for a road trip.
There's a Murray. There's a guy with a different name out of Toronto. I'm going to blank on it. But guys all around the league use him. You go into Calgary, and I think it's Murray there. Like he'll show up, and guys pay him to just take care of you. And the bodies are all through it. And they're adding 2 more games. Like it's going to get even tougher to stay healthy. But I think that side of it is like, my like nutritionist and stuff. I don't get food made, but I hired it years ago. I hired a mental coach years ago. Like stuff I never thought I'd do, but I was kind of sitting there with the wife. I'm like, if I don't make it, like, and I sit there and I'm like, what if I hire a mental coach just to talk some stuff through? Like, yeah, mom and dad, your wife, you're great, your buddies are great, but they're always going to be on your side. So is the guy I'm going to pay, but at least he's got a little bit of.
What's he say to you
expertise.
though? Like, what are you asking him? Because that just came out, right? I remember my agent wanted me to have and I just was like, nah, I'm good. And maybe I probably should have too. I don't know. But what does he talk to you about? Like, what do you ask him?
My biggest thing was just like, I'm a realist. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what if I give up 14 goals against tonight and I'm just the worst goalie ever to put on the skates? Like, it's just, you have those fearful thoughts and the intrusive thoughts. And like, you'll be up in a game 2-1. We just missed an open net on the back door. And I'm like, some random times it'll just be like, shit, if they come down and score, it's 2-2 game. We just missed an open net. And then you just go and play. But then like some nights when that thought came in, 2 minutes later, they come down and score. And I'm like, am I a prophet? Like, what's the lottery numbers? Like, you know what I mean? It's just kind of, that kind of sense. And then I would just kind of talk to him, be listen, like, you have to find a way to like be within the blue paint and the game has to come to you. You're a goalie. Like, I can't make a save unless you shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're legit reactive. So it's like, once you start predicting all these thoughts, what if they come down and guy goes 5-hole and I look like an idiot, or guy comes down, you start doing all these random, because you're alone back there, especially with the Avs. Like, you stand there for 6-8 minutes at a time and you regroup inside the blue line as close as you get to the puck. So there's a lot of that thought stuff, and it was just kind of like more building like a building block. Like, okay, you're going to this game right now. It doesn't matter if you're playing the Dallas Stars and used to be a player there and you have a bunch of friends, or you're playing the Chicago Blackhawks and they're not expected to win. Like, the blue paint is your game. If the goal goes in, there's an emotional reaction to it. So it's like you emotional react to it, you adjust in your mind till you're like, all right, so like it's like EAT. Emotionally, God damn, I should have had it. Then adjust, what should I have done? I should have, been more patient, slide back door, whatever the case may have been. And then you just toss it. He's like, just toss it. Like as hard as it is to just be like, well, now we're down 3-1 instead of 2-1, and it's made it a lot harder on my team. You sit there, well, you're gonna be down 4-1 pretty soon because you're still in that kind of stuff. And then it was just, things around the league. Like, hey, like I haven't played in 2 weeks, and all of a sudden there's a back-to-back coming up, and we're gonna play, St. Louis, and then we're gonna go into Minnesota, and I'm gonna get the Minnesota game, and it's gonna be, everyone tired, travel, all that stuff, and you get all these like thoughtful fears or whatever intrusive thoughts about it. It's just like, so you get to be a difference. Like it's just somebody to kind of put that weight on is, what I liked about it. And I can just say like, I actually was a little bit fearful of the third period up 1, they pulled the goalie, and I wasn't feeling good all night. And he says, all right, well, like next time we're in that moment, like let's think about like this situation, or just like find the blue paint or find your post and just be like, all right, if I'm grounded here and they're there, I just made that save. So there's a lot of that. Like this, it's not like he's like coming in, he's like all of a sudden, 2 + 2 = 8 all of a sudden, and we solved the world. It's just somebody to put stuff on, which I like, because I could really steamroll and like what if it till my eyes turn red.
How when you guys found out Chris McFarland was leaving, because the rumors started happening during the playoffs, was that a distraction for the group? Did anybody really care? Like, did you guys think twice about it? Like, what was the reaction from the inside the dressing room?
Honestly, like I kind of heard that Nashville was looking for someone still in the playoffs, and then someone kind of threw McFarland out there, and we just kind of, like, honestly, I don't think anyone took a second thought. And then we were on a golf trip up here in Colorado. It was like 14 of us went up, and we were sitting there having food, and everyone, like, someone pulled their phone, like, oh, C-Mac left. And it was like as quick as we found out, it was probably 6 minutes before I opened up my Instagram and found out that C-Mac had left by that hiring. Some guys might have known a little bit differently, depending on who they were talking to. But yeah, it was kind of that Ruber Mill. But no, I don't think so. Like I love the guy. Like he was actually there for pretty much my coming out party in Plymouth. I made like a 70 save game in the playoffs and got drafted pretty much off of that. So
because the guy got suspended.
So he was there for that, huh?
Yeah, Hackett.
Hackett got suspended.
How many overtimes was that?
6 minutes into the first one. We got shot 73 to 20 something in 64 minutes or something.
Oh my God.
What did he get suspended for?
Who was on the other team? I want to know who you're playing against too.
Windsor.
Yeah, it's Windsor's first of the back-to-back Men's Cups.
Was it Taylor Hall and those guys?
Hall, Henrique, not Kodrick, Kandari.
Yeah.
Scott Timmins was on there. Cassian, Cam Fowler, Ryan Ellis. It was a team. But like, yeah, it was. We got like creamed the first 3 games, and I think the last one was like 7 or 8-2, and somebody had like late in the game rushed into the crease when it was already over. So Hackett threw a blocker and got suspended. And I'd played one game because he was sick in round 1 against the Sioux. And then I went into that game and like literally showing up at home, game 4, people were like, all right, after parties at this guy's house. Like it was done. And then like first period, it was like, whatever, I make up a number 22 to 8 in shots, and it was 25. Then it was 27 to 3 in the third. And we were up 2-0 with like 6 minutes to go in the third. And Henrique scored on a power play. And they pulled the goalie and they scored on like just a net scramble, kicked it to the last guy on the back door. And then a 2-on-1 like pass off a skate back to the guy as I split across. But like it was, I've faint memories of it, but like it wasn't like 70 shots. It was like 15 breakaways, 2-on-1s.
Oh God.
And like the best part about it, we had Frozen 4 was at Michigan that weekend, and we were playing in Plymouth, which is 15 minutes away. So everybody came in because we had Seg and they had Hall. It was pick 1, 2.
Yeah.
And then Frozen 4 was starting whatever the day, Friday, Saturday, whatever the day of the week it was.
So every
GM and everything was there. And I pull that out. My agent calls me after. He goes, "What the hell did you just do?" Like,
baby.
What timing, baby.
Let's go.
I was 20-something ranked goalie for that year's draft. And I went in the 3rd round, 4th goalie taken.
Yeah, 4th goalie taken. And
you can go to the draft. My agent's like, you might get like 6th, 7th pick.
But you didn't go?
Oh
no!
You're like the best goalie in that draft too of all these guys that were taken. I mean, the 3 guys taken ahead of you. I don't know what their Picard was one of them. I know for a fact, but
who was it?
But Picard was one, right? Wasn't he?
Oh, really? I knew it was Byzantine, and then there was
Pickard,
this kid from Pickard. There's a kid from I'm gonna blank on the name. Is there like a
the kid that was taken 10th overall?
Campbell. It was Campbell. Byzantine.
Campbell. Yeah.
maybe Pickard, then me, and then the kid from the Quebec team. It's Purple Phantoms or something. I don't know their name, but yeah, I remember because Columbus had called my agent, was like, "What the hell just happened?" Like we were taking Wedgie 3 picks later, and Jersey took me at 84, and they were 87 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah,
How was Jersey though? Okay, so like when I first went in 02 when I got drafted, like walking in that rink's the most intimidating thing in the world. Lou Lamoriello's walking around. You got fucking big dogs everywhere. You have winners everywhere. 2010's a little bit different. There's guys coming in and out that won in 2003. But like, anything stick out to you? Did like Marty say anything to you? Does anybody massage your shoulders like Scott Stevens did to me, where I kind of got turned on a little bit? Like anything like that happened to you?
Yeah, I mean, I had some different ones. Like obviously Lou just scared me in the sense of like, was I doing wrong? Like, I wasn't worried about my person. It was just like, there's so many rules, you got to follow suits and all that stuff. So the funniest thing, I got absolutely like not badly pranked, but Matt Carente had played for my minor hockey coach. So he's like, hey, like I'll give you Matt Carente's number. He'll just be a contact for somebody. I'm like, thank you. Like, I don't know anybody. So we're in like that residence inn there in West Orange.
Yep.
And it's like team meeting, 6 o'clock, whatever. So I'm like nervous as ever, just sitting there, first camp, just sitting on the toilet, like just, nervous as ever. And I get a text from him. I think it was like 5:15 or 5. And he's like, dude, where are you? Meeting's starting. And I'm like, what? Like, I literally didn't even look at my phone. I just started sprinting because I was already in like my polo and my pants. So I don't know if I was second or third floor, but it's like down to the first floor past the like concession room. And there's a room at the back that they were using as like the ballroom. Fastest Fat Wedge has ever moved. I was buzzing to this room. Open the door. The chairs aren't even set up yet. But he never said anything. And I just I got back to my room and I just wrote back. I'm like, haha, you idiots, in like 30 minutes. And then, but I'm like, I thought they would have been like in a room waiting or whatever, like kind of pranking me. But heart rate like red as like B. So he got me, but I don't know if I ever like gave him credit for it because no one else was like around laughing. It was just me.
That's horrific.
I know. At least they didn't
fucking hate that.
At least they didn't call the police like Vasilevsky when he got the Vezina.
I know.
I mean, hey, how about Philip Forsberg? Was it a penalty shot or a shootout attempt? And he ran right into you.
Yeah.
Jesus, like what?
I love
You know what I'm
that
talking about?
Yes, I saw all this
He
shit.
just like skated right into you. I was
Fucking
like,
get
did he
him.
lose an edge? Did he toe pick? What did he do?
Yeah, it was Cam's skill set coming out on him.
Damn you!
Did he have his contacts out? Like he just like somebody told him, "Hey, just do a beeline right at the goalie and go right through him like a freaking football player."
They traded me away 30 days into my Nashville Predators career, so maybe I did something wrong.
Were you hurt?
No, they concussion spotted me. But no, like he came in and he kind of like he's got unbelievable hands. Like the way I kind of viewed it was like he was pump faking and then trying to like kind of still shift right, but like backhand roof it over my blocker. But I think as he like pump faked and then went to go forward, he probably just like his right foot just gave out. And the ice wasn't great. Like everyone was falling that night anyway. But he just kind of pump fakes right. He pulls left and his right foot goes. So then he can't have any leverage. His stick is on his backhand. So like, you're falling your shoulder forward anyway. But then he just straight up, what do they call it? Hit stick me. And as soon as he did, he's like, shit, Wedgie, all right? I'm like, oh, fuck.
You're like, what the fuck are you doing?
He's
dude?
a good dude, though.
I know. Oh, yeah.
No, he's awesome. He's one of those people, like, even like his wife and my wife, I was like, if I would have played in Nashville for a long time, they would have been people we would have kept in contact with for a really long time. But no, it was like, you saw how upset he was. But then I take shot 2. And then they concussion spotted me after that. So then, like, we were literally games on the line, shot 3. Blackwood's going to go in, Cole, take a penalty shot. But I think we were shot first, so we missed and lost anyway. But Black was like, dude, I wasn't even going to move. I got pulled a groin. I've been sitting there for 66 minutes. Now all of a sudden I got to take a shooter attempt. But no, that one was funny. But no, other things in Jersey, like I remember my first interaction with Marty, like Jacques Strom was there. I still talk to Jacques, man. That guy calls me once a month, if not twice. I love that dude. And he's like, I want to come introduce you to Marty. And I'm like, this is my hero. I'm shaking, whatever. I walk up, Marty shook his hands, like, nice to meet you. He's like, I was looking, like, just conversation. He's like, but you're 6'2" tall. It's illegal. And I was like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know why. Like,
Marty said that to you?
Yeah, but it was like because the NHL had come up with a paddle height restriction, and I was in
Okay.
the OHL, and I didn't know there was obviously any. I just had the stick they gave me in the O, and I never really cared. But it was like my first interaction. I went back. I'm like, I'm an idiot. Like my stick is too tall. Like this guy hates me. And then we ended up. I think I did groin. He might have done an elbow or something in that camp. So then we skated in like the third group for like a week straight. It was the coolest thing ever. Like I like still on my phone. I have a photo of me and him stretching at center ice. And I'm
Oh,
like,
that's awesome. He's the best.
He
man.
is the best,
Yeah.
dude. He's
And
a
then I made my-
sweetheart.
Yeah, I made my debut, and he texted. He's like, first a mini or whatever in 2016, and that's like one of the only texts I've never deleted. So I was like, that's been
Yeah, don't delete that. Don't delete that. Hey, a couple more things, and
We love
you've
you,
been
Wedgie.
great, dude.
We love you.
You've been awesome. I got to talk about your mask because I love how much
Yeah.
thought you put into your mask.
Yeah.
And what do you have going for this year? Because I know you said you may have a surprise, so you can let us know. You can break it here on the Cam and Strick podcast.
Oh, I mean, I honestly I've been trying to figure out how to do a matte maroon mask, but you can't see anything because like I have the maroon gear. So I was like, if I did like a matte maroon like mask and then had like darker mountain tops, I'm like, you got to zoom in to zoom in. Like that's what I don't like is like when you do these simpler ones, it's like camera zoom with second deck, and you can see that I have my daughter and my dog. Like it's not that complicated. But
I mean, but they're on snowboards and skis. Like it's cool.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
say
yeah.
it's not just a dog. It's like
Yeah.
it's like
All the-
riding a snowboard.
That's your baby too. Fuck yeah.
Did you guys see the Dumb and Dumber one?
No. I saw the Mario one. I saw
Yeah.
the
The Dumb and
ski
Dumber one, I got at the end of the year. It was for the third jerseys, but just the backup of that Dave Art doing 7,000 a year. But literally in the top of the triangle logo, like our third logo, there's like the C and the thing. I have
Lloyd
I'm
and
gonna
Harry.
blank
Lloyd and
Harry.
Harry.
no, I was thinking of the actor, the blonde actor. I can't think of his name.
Jeff Daniels or Jim Carrey.
Jeff Daniels. So Jeff Daniels taking a shit on a toilet.
Oh,
Oh
that
my
one.
God!
So,
From
like,
Dumb and
you have
Dumber.
to-
He's like
you
this.
have to zoom-
Ah!
Yeah, like before the date when he poisons them or whatever. Puts the
And you
laxatives
never
in.
wore it?
Drink up, Harry.
I wore it in the playoffs actually.
Oh,
My helmet blew it against Minnesota. I wore it for like 6 minutes, but it's got me and Blackie as Dumb and Dumber because he's got no teeth, so I took his teeth out. And then you have the owl from like the pop champagne cork that killed him.
Yep.
And then I turned the Muddy Mutts van into Bernie, so like our mascot's the driver or the dog of the van. But then if you look in the top of that logo, there's Jeff Daniels taking shit.
That's hilarious.
That's great.
Cam would have liked the one. Would you have like a Game of Thrones or something? Like what was? What was that one?
So I had Avs colors, one red dragon, one maroon dragon, one blue dragon, burning an Avs logo like an avalanche down a mountain, and then I put the White Walker on the chin. But I that came at the end of the year, and this is the first time ever for the team. The charity buys them for the Avs, and then we paint them and stuff. So they take one back every year. So I have 39, 40 something helmets in my house in Michigan, and that was the first mask I've ever lost. And then I took the Nordiques mask this year, so I'm not like losing. It's good. It's going to charity, but
So you got to have them make two.
You got 40 I was gonna say because you played. I was gonna ask you this question. I had it written down. Like how many pairs of equipment do you have, and how many masks do you have? You have 40 masks all sitting in like your office or something. Like
That's
so
cool.
actually,
Man.
I want to see that actually.
Yeah, we're doing a renovation right now luckily under my garage, the house we built was like a workshop, 7 feet tall. So I actually underpinned it and dropped it to 11 feet. So now I have a golf simulator and a gym going in before I get back here. But I have like a design thing I kind of put up. I don't know if I can pull it up quickly or not, but I was just like asking AI. I bought AI for like $20 for 2 months just to see if I can do like a little project of like how this thing could work.
Who does your mask for you? Give them a shout out.
Dave Art. So David Gunnarsson, he does a lot of the NHLs.
Yeah.
From Sweden. He so I mean this is only like 10 of them, but I had like a Carey Price photo there, and then it's like the back wall of my golf simulator. So like could you
shit
mount them all,
Nice, dude.
mount them all and stuff, and then whatever you win in your career if you could. So I was doing that.
Oh,
but
that's fucking bitching, dude.
Do you collect anything? You collect anything from like other goalies or anything like that?
no,
you have any,
I'm too,
you have any
I'm too
masks?
scared to ask.
Yeah.
I
should
am
ask
too.
David for a stick. He scored 1,000 point on me. I should have been like, hey dude,
Shit,
like,
can I
'cause
have that
everyone-
stick?
Yeah.
Your
Not the
1,000
stick,
point
but just
stick.
like just like something like some of those big, like obviously guys are gonna go down the line, but
Mhm.
no, I've honestly like my mask, and then you get every jersey every year, so like that comes in. I actually see if I can pull this up real fast. This was like 3 summers ago.
How many jerseys do you have?
Fucking at least
You
20.
guys wear like 4 or 5 jerseys a year anyway. Like,
Of all-
everyone's
Yeah.
got different jerseys. Have you played in a Winter Classic or no? Outdoor game?
No,
No?
actually,
You will.
we have one next year.
Oh, good.
I was gonna say.
Against Utah. We have
Yeah.
one next year against Utah.
Oh, that's gonna be sick.
Hell
too.
yeah.
don't
Dude,
know
I
if
love
this
the
is a-
fact that you're a great analyst too. You know,
You are
every,
really
you know
good.
everybody on the ice
Stick
when they hop off the over the boards. Who's a righty? Who's a
who's
lefty?
Yep.
I break it down by lines, so it'll be like,
I
you know,
you
if line
He's
3 or
gonna
4
be-
comes out and it's like, you know, you're playing. Well, like the top part with Minnie was they kept switching McCarron up, but like the bottom 6 had one righty and it was McCarron. So whenever that big monster came on the ice, everyone else is a lefty,
Mhm.
and then you get somebody else. Or but it was just like my thought there. And I'll see it when I'm watching goalies is like all of a sudden, you know, you're through a screen, they pass that guy and he one times it, and like goalies like crap, like I didn't, you know, I could have thrown my hand or something. And you just see that surprised look on a lot of their faces where I had always thought, you know, if you're coming in on a 2-on-1 and you got a righty on your left side, unless he's deep enough to just, you know, punch it in the net, it's a half-second catch and release. And if I don't have to slide, I don't have to slide. So just like it's an information overload in the center. Like you go up top and you got a lefty and a righty working the D walls. They go D to D. He can't one time it. I have a second to, you know, look over. And then as soon as he makes that pass, like that's one thing I think a lot of goalies have gotten a lot better at, but I've always thought I did well is like on a cycle. Like if you cycle the puck instead of just being like, okay, the puck's cycled, it's like he cycled it, no one's in danger. Who do I have? And then it's back to the puck. So it's like that, they call it checking off. And a lot of guys do it really, really well. But like I've with our goalie coach, like I'll check like 10 to 15 times in just like a 30, 45 second zone clip of what's happening. And it's just information. You push to the stick or you push to the body, he scores short side. If you over push, like it's just the game's so fast. So I try and just get as much information as I can into my head to not be surprised, because if I'm surprised, I'm not big enough to get hit with a puck.
You ever go through Brent Burns' backpack just to see what's in there?
Yeah,
Did he invite you to the ranch?
No, but he's telling us about it. It sounds awesome, but he was telling me, I don't know, I think it was Carolina. He was like, somebody put like a 5 or 10 pound plate in that bag. And he's like, I carried this thing around for like 2 months before I like went through it. And there was just
He didn't even know.
like, you know, you got a 10 pound plate in there for X amount of time. But like he brings everything. He brings a coffee machine, grinder, like everything's in these different bags.
Coffee machine. Damn.
You gotta find a photo of him when he's getting off the bus.
Dude, the
Not
bus
just the
driver,
backpack.
well, I forgot where we were. The bus driver was like, I just got stuck talking to the bus driver. I was like, I always get to the bus early because I'm afraid that I'm going to miss it, whatever. And I
Yeah.
was talking, he's telling me all about his backpack. Like,
You got to the bus early?
Yeah, I did. I get to the bus early.
Sure.
You'd be surprised, but I do. And he was telling me all about his backpack, like what was in there. And he like showed him this bus driver.
Yeah.
So
Well,
He
he's
can live
got-
on his
he's got-
own.
yeah, he could
Oh, yeah.
survive. on
He
his
has this sick, like, I don't even know what kind of vehicle it is, but it's pretty much an apocalypse, like
Yeah.
not a sprinter van, but like an apocalypse, like just Batmobile. And it's unbelievable when you like see what's in there. But yeah, he comes off the bus. He's got 3 suitcases bigger than my main one, his backpack, and just it's fine. But he unpacks it all. Like he literally says he moves in. Like, and we're like, dude, we're here for 4 hours. Like I literally am wearing the suit I'm wearing. I brought another shirt, another boxer, and then I'm wearing the exact same socks and pretty much everything going out the next day. I'm trying to find this photo of my gear for you guys.
Isn't Nedeljkovic like your best friend or something? Like, aren't you guys
Yeah,
tight?
that was actually a funny story. He took over Plymouth the year I went pro in Trenton, and then we were training in the summer with the same goalie coach. So like one day, like he was like, "Hey, can you drive me home?" Like my parents dropped me off. So like, yeah, so we're driving down in Plymouth, and he's like, "Turn left here." I'm like, "Oh, I used to live in the street." We got to the house. He bought my billet house.
Oh, really?
Like, what room's yours? He's like, "Oh, the middle one." I'm like, "Nah, that's unfortunate."
Things went down in that mug.
Once.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
that's funny.
Hey, what's the worst goal you ever?
Here you go. Here's a photo. I don't know. I probably might have to send it to you, but if I can get this on the screen. This is my garage when I unloaded my goalie gear.
So,
Oh my god, dude!
You got like
You got a lot of cool
is
shit.
your wife like love
Look
it,
at
or is she
Look
like
at
get
that.
rid of all this shit, or she
the
loves
like
it?
pads,
Dude,
then all
that's-
my jerseys on my gym, everything. I tried to lay it all out to see what I had, but this is before.
God, you got a lot of shit.
Yeah, so I ended up the only gear I've kept is my NHL debut set. So I've moved a bunch of stuff to the beer leaguer because they all wear my stuff. But no, she's cool. Like we're renovating this house. Like she's calling it wedge roll. I got a gym and a simulator, a pickleball court, a pool. Like we got some space now. So
No kids yet.
no, actually, I don't know if you hear one screaming. We got just over 2-year-old in March, and then a 4-month-old. So
Nice.
we're in the thick of it, 2 girls.
Good for you, man.
It's a lot of fun. But no, she's been great with it all. Literally not a single complaint, and she just hates being a goalie wife in the sense that you're literally blood pressure's through the roof. So
Fuck yeah.
We're pulling for you, man.
Wedgie, I love you, man.
You keep.
Was I a good teammate to you, by the way? I know I was going through some weird shit, but was I a good teammate to you? I'm just curious.
No, I want to ask, did you get an extra couple of years on your deal because you warmed up Marty every day?
Yes.
Okay,
and I was good in the locker room.
You were great. No, dude,
What do you-
I'll give Cam. I'm gonna give his cookies because I made fun of him a little bit. Every day you retaped 4 or 5 sticks. You were there early, and then you stick
handling.
Dude,
No
one stick handled more in my career than maybe Yager. I was called up with Yager, and he would just wear weights and stuff. But he would do his stuff. But then we had like goalie skates, the Gretzky of goalie skates. Like it was unbelievable. Like no wonder you got a couple extra deals. I always heard that. And I was like, what do you mean? Like Marty, I guess went in and said, I want Jansen back because he warms me up every day. But it was like stick handle, backhand glove, stick handle, backhand glove, and it was like 50 miles an hour, placed perfectly, blocker.
Perfectly.
Thing.
I love
Perfectly
it. Hey,
placed. That's what I do. That's what I do.
He had come to St. Louis, played at least a year. And so he had been in the league already in New Jersey, but it was development, prospect camp, and he showed up for it.
Oh, really?
And he skated the whole camp. He's on the ice.
I'm hanging with everybody.
During prospect camp.
I hang with I took the young kids out. I fucking party with them. I spent a ton of money.
They didn't even know he was coming. He just showed up for prospect
That's what
camp.
I do.
Well, I remember you had talked about something like this when you were done too. You're like, I'm just going to do a freaking podcast and blah, blah, blah. And filled in some other words. I don't know how many. Was your max 4 words before an F-bomb?
Yes. Yes.
We have a sponsor for that.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
That's awesome.
No, we got a lot of sponsors.
Yeah.
We're doing pretty good. Andy and I are kicking ass with this thing, man. But hey, listen,
awesome.
Wedgie, you're the man. I love
Who
you,
should
buddy.
we get on? Who you played for so many different
we've had
who's-
everybody.
Who's sneaky, hilarious,
Are you
great
trying to get my
personality?
contact list right now?
Give me somebody who would be hilarious.
Hilarious.
that no one's talking about kind of thing.
We like getting
Yeah.
guys on,
Yeah.
we get a lot
always
of
go back-
superstars on and Hall of Famers. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
but it's good to
You
get
wanna
guys
go-
on that aren't doing a million interviews.
I want to find out what Phil Kessel's doing now. He was
No
awesome.
shit.
man.
well, yeah.
He's playing poker.
He
We're
was-
working on him.
Yeah. But he was in Arizona, even the clip when they won in Vegas and he comes out and everyone comes out and says, "You make me fly on that fucking plane one more time." That stuff.
Because he's not playing.
Yeah.
You don't
But,
give a fuck.
No, entertaining guys. I mean, Parker Kelly on our team, you'd love him, Cam. He's
Oh, we
he's high,
dude, we pump
he's
his
high
tires.
octane.
Yep.
Yeah, energy bug, but also he's dancing in the room. He's always I don't want to say the butt of the joke because guys gravitate towards those guys because it's entertaining. You're not going to go and make fun of a guy who's not going to respond, but he's the butt of it all. He's McKinnon's kind of I don't want to call him punchy bags. It's not the right word, but it's it's his release. He's going to chirp Kelly because he knows he can laugh and not feel bad chirping him and stuff. He's really entertaining. Well, it's in Dallas. I wish Jamie Benn would just show his personality in the media.
Loosen up.
I agree. We
Jamie.
love him.
We've got a mutual
He's
friend who's
fucking love
friends
him.
with him, and he
It's my boy.
he's dude, it's okay to show some personality.
People love you. You want to
Yeah.
hide, man.
Sagan's got to be cool, huh? You go back to junior
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah, actually, I was FaceTiming with him and Robertson the other day. They were somewhere in Dallas with all these World Cup games and stuff.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were playing.
Yeah, we
golf
got
or
to get
whatever.
him on, man. We got to get Sagan on.
Yeah.
I remember being in the elevator with him at his draft when he got drafted, and he was with his buddies, and he was like, "You think it'd be cool if I got all my signing bonus money in just ones, and
Make it rain.
Make it rain."
He's tamed, obviously now.
I think
wife,
he
kids
has,
and
yeah,
stuff, But no, I grew up with him, right? He literally lived 5 minutes down the street. We got drafted.
Oh,
to Plymouth.
really?
Yeah.
Was he
had
just
his-
unbelievable? Was he just nasty as a
He
kid? Or
played a
what?
year up, and he still led everything in points. And then he came down to our year for the draft year, and it was like, why? Just go back. Like, leave us alone.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of his, man. I like Tyler
Wedgie,
Seguin.
you're gonna win a Stanley Cup, dude. You're gonna keep going, and you're gonna make even more money after hockey,
Yeah.
dude. The way you break down this game, just so you know, man.
Yeah.
Like we interview fucking a ton of people. You got the gift, just so
Yeah.
you know that, homie.
And Bednar's
Yeah.
cool too, right? We've had him on, and like I go, I've known him for a long time too.
Yeah,
Like,
his analytical side of it is awesome. I'm like, it's just like the board. Like I'm like looking at this, it looks like Einstein's doing a math equation. It's just like, all right, like we're playing St. Louis in the last 10 games, they're 6-4, and then
Really?
they're ranked third in expected goals for, but they're only 16th in goals actually scored, and then goals in this, and it's like their dumping rate, their D-to-D rate, they're this. Some of it's like a little bit minute because like the difference between 6th and 28th in D-to-Ds is 2 passes a game, but the other stuff, it's just like, he shows the video and it's like, all right, this is and you have every information. It works for my brain because it's a long meeting, which is obviously to get his point across, but like you're not going in there and be like, if we go on a 2-on-1, are they sliding? Or like, no, like their last 6 2-on-1s have all been each D man, like you kind of know. So
is
like,
it just with the goalies he's meeting with, or is this the entire
no, it's
team
like
meeting?
team meeting in the morning. It's like 20-25 minutes, but it's like every face-off play they run stuff. So like you're not surprised by anything. He's very in depth in that, and then but no, like just he's like, I feel like it's Alberta, right, where he's from. Somewhere
He's
up
got
there,
that
but it's
accent, dude.
I think so.
He's got that
He sounds
Alberta.
like he's snowboarding,
Yeah, he's like a mixture of California and
Yeah,
Alberta a little bit.
California
I
and
don't know.
Alberta.
Yeah, but
And Sakic's cool, man. You got a lot of great people around you.
Yeah, you
man,
do.
Yeah.
So.
You're in a
no,
good
Sackers
spot,
actually
Wedgie.
awesome. I wonder
You're in a
what's
good
going to
spot.
happen now with well, that was kind of like when I was talking to my wife. I'm like, look, we've bounced around forever, and like the start of the year, obviously started off whatever it was, 12-2 or whatever, and they kind of threw a deal at me, and I was like, I don't know, is this the time I actually wait and kind of have some cards? And I'm like, but at the same time, if everyone's fear, you do something, you heard something, you're tossed
take
over.
it,
So
take it.
And
And
trust in yourself.
You got
dude.
1 year left, and then you'll regroup.
Regroup.
Hey, were you in the game on New Year's Eve? Did you play that game against St. Louis or no? It was like a
New Year's Eve.
nightclub inside the freaking building.
Andy was there, so he thinks that you
but
remember
I'm
that
just
he was there.
curious. Like it was I remember leaving and I was like, this is the best team I've ever seen play in my life.
Yeah.
You guys scored like 4 goals in the first 4 shots of the game.
Oh,
I'm like, no one's
I
ever
don't-
gonna beat
remember
that.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
wasn't you.
I don't think I was in that. I mean, there's a one in a jersey. Everyone gets this messed. I feel bad for the announcers.
I know.
Yeah, I get
So
you.
let me ask you: have either of you done like TV, like broadcasting or anything like that since you've been in this kind of side of it, or no?
Yeah, I work
Oh,
in TV
yeah.
now.
That's
So,
like your main. But
yeah.
are you benches or are you?
I'm the reporter, like ringside reporter, and then the
Okay.
host, like during intermissions and pre and post and stuff.
Yeah. So are you
So-
looking at like the game in a sense of like, all right, I got to ask whoever Robert Thomas one question in the intermission, I got 30 seconds, or is it like, can you like actually like jump on and talk stuff? Because that's where I almost kind of want to go more. I mean, Pat McAfee's the peak for money and Stephen A. and that, but I'm like, I would love to do a little bit more along the lines of like teach the game. Like you go up to a fan, like, hey, like what's a 1-2-2, or what's like a man-on-man, or a center high push off a face-off. Like, and not that every fan wants to know that. A lot of them just want to watch the game.
Yeah.
Like I just hate the fact that like a little bit of it is like, Vegas and Carolina are the same team. I'm like, no, they're not. It's a layered D zone and a structured thing, or it's Carolina's man-on-man all gas. So it's like you beat your guy off the wall, and then Vegas is packed inside. Like there's a breakdown of why their systems work, and like why the goal happened. Oh, because Austin Matthews went bar down. I'm like, yeah, but Austin Matthews went bar down because of Max Domi's forecheck, and then it was a 1-2-2. So that means that this guy jumps inside their wing option. They have to get it past them. If they don't, now they're on the backside. Like I don't know. I just feel like
You need to be a
teaching-
coach.
Motherfucker,
you need to be a coach.
Learn the telestrator, number one. Like, you know, if you ever get someone, you can play around with that. But yeah, you should go into coaching too.
Coaching, dude.
Shit.
You're a
coaching
fucking coach.
is like I'm going to be there more than I am now, and
Yeah, you
make
are.
a lot of money.
Yeah, but you can make a lot of money talking, huh? You do.
too. Yeah, I know.
I saw the funniest TikTok, and this guy was like, some of my own advice sent to me. He's like, hey, like I'm interviewing for the head coaching job. He's like, where do you see this team? He's like, hopefully in the TV in 3 years when you're paying me $5 million.
Yeah, no shit. Give me a 5-year deal. Fire me 1 or 2 years in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wedgie,
No, I would like it, but
Yeah,
you'll be great at anything you want to do, homie.
Focus on
Go win.
That'll be there.
Go win.
I wouldn't even worry about that right now. That'll
winning.
be there. You keep stopping the puck.
You keep
doing
your thing, Wedgie.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for you, buddy, man. I miss you.
Yeah, you too, dude. I'm glad we got. I have some stories of you off air that are funny.
You motherfucker.
Oh, shit. Why are you gonna save those? Tell it to us now.
Go ahead.
We want to know them on
Go
there.
ahead.
Your podcast will end.
No,
I'll
They've
end
heard
my
worse.
podcast myself. Thank you.
It's not live.
It's all good.
No, but yeah, I'll figure it out. But no, thank you. I always love talking this stuff though. But like also just like you guys have such different roles. Like I see it from a goalie's perspective, which is the widescreen view, and it's just like you got to go out there and punch someone in the face. Like if I got punched in the face, I don't know if I'd show up the next day. Like it's just a different rally. I don't know how you guys have done that in a different sense, and then just like blocking shots with no face mask on. Obviously, like I'm got the stuff on, but like going out there and like that McNabb one, like I was literally
Oh my god!
Fuck me.
Yeah, like that. Like
He's
that
tough,
stuff. We have a guy in the Eagles, Magna. It's like kind of like just red line. I don't know if you saw the clip. Young D-man gets the red line, goes to like rim. He's kind of like the weak side forechecker as they went D to D, and the ref was on the line. So I think the D-man kind of just like I'll put this on like the trapezoid and just like a 70-mile-an-hour rim like right into his face, eating out of a straw. Like
it's the worst. Broken jaw. It's the worst.
He's playing.
Then he came back and played game 6 or whatever. Like,
Jesus, dude.
I'm not getting hurt anymore, Wedgie, dude.
Yeah.
We're both princesses. We don't do shit. We just talk, man. We talk and we get good guys like you on it, like to break the hockey down, man.
Yeah.
You're fucking great, dude. I miss you, buddy.
It.
Hey, good luck to you. I'll keep in touch with you, man. And
thanks.
you're gonna win a cup, dude. You are.
Yeah,
you're
I
gonna
got
be
that
hoisting
ring from Tampa, but I don't got my name on it, so that's the fight.
Yeah.
Nah, you're gonna fucking.
You're
hoist
like
that
the
son
first
bitch.
person we had that like had a great experience in the bubble. Although other people did. I shouldn't say that. Other Tampa Bay people did. You know, but there was lots of people who were like, "Get me the fuck out of here." But I'm glad you approached it like this is like a 70-day boot camp, and this guy's going to teach me a lot of shit.
Yeah,
you're better off for it today. You know,
their strength coach literally we did like a summer program because like I'm not playing if Vasi dies, he's still playing.
Yeah,
like you know, like I'm just here because the aces and Stammer. Like I see it was Stammer every day until he came back and scored that goal and then just sat down. Like it was just you know.
Did Coop talk to you? Did he know your name and everything? Would he say hello to you? Or
that's my joke is like when I got the cup from Matthew Joseph and no one was left. So I went back to Stammer. I'm like, Stammer, you want to give it to Coop? He's like, you fuck it. So I gave Coop the cup. So I told my buddies, I introduced myself and gave the cup to Cooper.
Hi, I'm Wedgie.
I'm Wedgie. This is for you.
Oh, he was awesome. Like he knew like that. Obviously, he knew everybody in there, but that was my joke. Like,
well, it's funny. Carolina the other day, their third goaltender, that Russian kid.
Yeah,
he gave it to Brindamore.
Yeah.
He did. So,
but like he'd been there, obviously they obviously know each other. But I was just joking in the bubble. But yeah, no, it was kind of funny. It was just Xbox. I brought my golf clubs in because they had a golf sim in the Toronto one, the Edmonton one. If I was in the Edmonton one for 7 days, it would be completely different.
Oh my god!
But yeah, then like I had my golf clubs and stuff. So like guys would other teams would be like, "Wedgie, can you leave your clubs down there?" So I just left them in the golf room because they were the only you got literally wooden what do they call it? Top golf clubs in there.
Yeah.
Then I had just like my normal sticks. So guys were like, if I'm a righty, I'm using those.
Did you get them back or no?
No, everyone was great. Like there's nowhere to take them. No one's leaving.
Oh, I thought you meant like when you guys. Well, you stayed the distance, I guess. With Tampa.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like when you went home, you left.
Oh no.
They would have tackled you so fast if you left that place, dude.
But like, I mean, my favorite thing about the whole thing, like, I didn't get on the cup, and we had like our group chat and stuff. But like, they literally like everybody, like Kaloran, Stammer, like the guys would do. Like I know there's like statistical 55 player names. But he's like being in here, like, you know, and like they didn't have to say it, but like you deserved it. Like that Franz John goalie coach like came over with tears in his eyes. Like, dude, like you didn't complain for 65 days. He's like, you might not have been in the picture, but he's like, Stammer doesn't come back without skating every day and shooting and stuff. And they gave me my cookie in the sense of like not complaining. Like I literally got beat to shit for 45 minutes a day and whatever. But like for me, it was like I'm kind of on a cup team here, like working. Like I was never going to say no to it, but I'm like, I was just happy that at the end of it, it wasn't just like we did it without you, and like they did, but in a sense, like I helped, and that was kind of really cool from them on like the player side to be like,
So
Wedgie,
you
like,
got the ring. Did you get a day with the cup?
no, they had the COVID rules.
Oh,
So it was like you could bring your
fuck.
family to Tampa. So a lot of guys would like fly their families out, but like it was 2 weeks quarantine in Canada, then fly everybody out, and I was still American League player, and I was just kind of like whatever. But I actually was like hoping, obviously still I'm hoping, but I was able to get one this year, and then it'd be like kind of the pictures and stuff. And I had talked to the Cup guy because they had come to the 30-year anniversary with the Avs this year. They did those nights. I was like, hey, dude, like if I just like brought my parents down and my brother and like to the Hall of Fame, like, could I just get in the back room so I can take a picture with my dad? Like he's got some heart stuff and whatever. I'm like, he's like, this summer if you're in town, you just call me. So I'm like, that's like cool because I've lifted it. Like I like not on it, but I've lifted it. So
we
it's
love
like,
that team because we've known Coop for like, and Shaddy was on that team, and Patty Maroon, obviously, so hopefully Patty was good to you too, man. So
no, they were all like, I didn't have a single complaint. It was just the gauntlet of wait in the weeds, practice with them, go out there, get one-timers.
Hey, you're where you are today because of that, man.
Yeah, exactly. You keep doing your thing, dude. We're gonna be watching, man. We're gonna be watching. I'll keep in touch with you.
Hey, last thing, did Canada ever call you about the Olympics? Like, you were kind of on the radar there towards the?
Yeah, I think I was gonna be the 4 until the tournament started because I think Blackwood had just said no. Like once he wasn't on it, I think he had said no. So then I just kind of said yeah. Like if Kemper, Thompson, or Bennington go down, but I didn't know once it started you couldn't bring anybody.
Oh.
Yeah, we all didn't know that.
Yeah, because I was like a week into that break and I had like a bag pack. So like I said to my wife, like if he pulls his groin in this period, they're calling.
Yeah.
And then like I think someone had said something on the broadcast, like, if he goes down, all 3 goalies. I was like, I guess I can unpack that bag. It was just sitting there.
I think a lot of people were surprised about that too, right? That you couldn't bring anybody else if somebody went down.
Yeah, 4 Nations was different.
Yeah. So,
but I mean, that was really cool. Like going from literally not on the radar. That's how I made World Juniors. Like I didn't even go to the summer camps, nothing. I went like 13-2 in Plymouth, and then all of a sudden I went to camp and beat out Louis Domingue and Tyler Buns to back up Visitor, and then I took over Visitor's job in that tournament. And it was just like
it's the story of your life.
We need Canada stuff every year. It's the only time I've been good.
Well, you got the World Cup coming up.
You got a lot of stuff coming up, dude. You're gonna be part of.
All right, boys.
Keep doing your thing, man.
Love you, Wedgie.
Yep.
I'll see you, buddy.
See you, brother.
See you, dude.
All right, that was Scott Wedgewood. I love how he breaks it down, Cam. I mean, the way he breaks it down is very interesting. And if you look at it historically, a lot of the best analysts have been goaltenders.
Yeah, that's a good point. A lot of them have. Well, they see the ice, man. They see every play develop. They don't miss a beat. When you're on forward, you don't see all the plays. You're on the bench. These guys are locked in, so they can evaluate the game in a different way. They
different
see plays
personalities.
develop.
Different personalities.
Not him. I feel like Wedgie's like just one of the boys. A lot of other goalies have a little bit different personalities because you're kind of like by yourself, as a goalie. You are. Like the forwards sit by each other. Goalies kind of just you're individual. Like you have your own thing. Like you got to worry about you. Whereas maybe as a forward or D, you're worried about everybody else figuring out different things, but you just got to stop the fucking puck. And it's a different mindset. And they are a little goofy at times. Wedgie's certainly not like that.
No, he's not.
He's a smart guy. And the way he broke the game down when we were asking him questions, I'm like, that's interesting.
It is.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. He's going to do whatever he wants when he retires. I'll tell you that.
I love talking to him. Yeah, no, he is more normal. We've had some different goalies though on, like the Ryan Millers of the world. Some of these guys, they're just very interesting. How they see things.
Yeah. There's been some crazy. Listen, there's some crazy ass forwards. There's crazy ass defensemen. There's crazy goalies. We're all fucked.
Yeah, I know.
To be honest with you.
I know. You think Curtis Joseph goes into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah.
Well, it's coming out soon. This year, you think he goes in this year?
I don't. He should.
But Scotty Wedgewood, great story, man. And to see him in the lumberyard do their thing, he and Blackwood last year, I would have loved to see them get to the Stanley Cup final, but hopefully they can, find a way to rebound and be as entertaining and as exciting as they were last year. He had a hell of a season. Big shout out to him. Great interview, great story, great player. And he's building that house too, so he's got a lot of stuff on his plate.
I even asked him, is there any time where you get a sniff in the NHL, you get sent back down. You get a sniff in the NHL, you get released. You get a sniff in the NHL, you get sent back down. You sign another team, they let you go. They let you go. Like that is that wears on you so much. And so I'm just like, is there any time where you're like, I'm done. I'm going. He's like, yeah, I was going to go to Europe, and then all of a sudden I got caught a break, and then I just rode with it. And now he's in a fantastic situation where he might win a Stanley Cup, and you know what? He genuinely, you could tell, loves Blackwood, which is always good too.
Yeah.
Because again, you get a couple guys that are competing with each other. Yeah, fake. I like you. Good. You're doing good. I do feel like it's genuine with Wedgie and Blackie, just the way Wedgie was talking about him.
Oh, yeah. They're cool.
But that's a healthy thing to have in the Colorado organization.
Yeah, so much of it is dependent on, like, when you're drafted, what organization do you go into? Who's already there? Like, he got drafted by New Jersey with Marty Brodeur. And then Corey Schneider comes over in a trade. So
Yep.
Anyway, Stiefel brings us the Cam and Strick podcast, brought us this interview by Scott Wedgewood, our with Scott Wedgewood, man. It was great. Live in our Window World studios, man. We love being in our Window World studios. 800 get windows, 800 get windows, 800 get windows. And do it today. Save yourself money. Get the best windows for your house. Makes it look nice too, man.
Feel cold in the summer because your windows are sealed.
Makes it look nice. Firstforum.com/Cam and Strick. I'll probably break my fast with a strawberry smash cake bar, Cam, today.
Oh, my fast. Just gotta get gas.
Those are so damn good. The strawberry smash cake. My whole family's eating them though.
Good. No, they are. They got everything they have is good. Basically.
I know, it's amazing.
But I love the protein right now. I got a protein fix going, dude. Those drinks, they're damn good. Just crush it. Boom. You're good for a long time. That's a lot of protein, man.
Firstforum.com/Cam and Strick. Use our link. Do it today. Blue Note Roofing. Call David Novak, 314-920-5713, baby. Give David a call today.
A lot of stars.
Easy Tiger Cannabis. Top shelf. EasyTigerAZ.com. Check it out. The Chevy Powerhouse brings us the Cam and Strick podcast each and every week here at the Half Coast Studios, Cam. #1 Chevy dealer in the Midwest for 12 years running. Over 920 new Chevrolets. They're an 11-time Chevrolet Dealer of the Year award winner, baby. 8-time J.D. Power Dealer of Excellence, serving St. Louis for over 45 years. JimButlerChevrolet.com.
I love my truck. Love my truck. I drove that sumbitch down here 11 hours, baby. Jesus. Kate drove a little bit. She was going like 95 miles an hour. I'm like,
slow it down.
Slow down, girl. I go 55. She drives 95. It's
my God.
I drive like an old man, dude. It is what it is.
That's right.
But that's Jim Butler, the Chevy Powerhouse. Let's go.
JimButlerChevrolet.com. And Spas and More. It wouldn't be the Cam and Strick podcast without Angie Hess and Spas and More. Who puts the in spa, Cam?
Spas and More. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I tell you what, she's selling them sons of bitches like hotcakes.
Like hotcakes, baby. Get that hot tub, get that sauna, get that cold plunge. Baby.
Hot tubs.
Yeah.
Pools. Everything.
All right, so you're back in studio next week, right? Just making sure.
Yeah.
I'm headed.
But I do have to go to a golf tournament Monday.
Oh, God.
I know. Well, I'm playing with Robert Thomas.
Where? What tournament?
It's at Belle Reve. It's that big one. Actually, it's funny because I told Roger, texted me. He's like, hey, you want to play with Robert Thomas? I go, I got Mondays are tough, He's like, tell Andy to calm down. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll play.
All right, we'll see. Let me
figure that out.
I'll work that out for you.
We'll work that.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Maybe we do it out there. I don't know if Maddie, you want to come to a golf tournament, bring your cameras and stuff out to the Blues golf tournament? Let's go, baby.
That might
laughing.
be a little. We did that before.
We did. No cameras.
With Chaser.
Yeah.
One of our first episodes with Chaser.
Come on, we'll buy you lunch out there, Maddie.
And he was drinking all day too. It was great.
I know. I know. Spas and More, baby. I'm headed to Buffalo for the draft. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully there's a lot of movement.
Yeah, I hope so.
A lot of big deals.
Well, hopefully, for the Blues' sake, I'm curious to see what these picks are going to look like.
One player we didn't get into real quick. Elias Pettersson.
Yeah.
Would you trade for him?
Trade who?
Would you want him on your team?
If they retain half his salary.
Well, they're not going to retain half.
Then no.
Okay. They'll retain some. He had 100 points a couple years ago. I don't know what happened to this guy. He had 15 goals each of the last 2 years.
I know. Jonathan Chichu had 50 goals and fell off. I mean, it happens.
You know, Brady Tkachuk's going to save $1.3 million in salary by going to Florida from Ottawa.
Yeah.
We'll leave you with that. All right, have a safe trip back. When do you start driving home?
I'll leave Wednesday morning.
Where are the dogs?
They're at the kennel.
Oh, God.
Losing their minds.
No exercise.
Thinking we've abandoned them, but we didn't.
So you're leaving tomorrow morning?
Is tomorrow Wednesday?
Oh, you said Wednesday. Maddie's dying over here.
Jesus,
Okay.
Maddie.
All right.
Get in there.
Say hi to the family, Cam. Enjoy your time on the beach today.
I will. Can I go now?
Yerk! Let's go! Cam's a shit kicker, 2 bombs in the lead. Soul dragon cougars, no time for fatigue. And he's a shit talker, stirring up the show. Never played a shift, but he's ready to go. My check for check, here comes show. Cam throws hits, and he's in the know. No filter, no fluff, hit, record and go. Get your mind right and enjoy the show. Cam and Strick, toe tracks and puck talk. Cam and Strick, drop the gloves and